again, like I said, like I love this hip hop, and I really do stand for what it's supposed to be. I think it's really is supposed to be like there's a couple principles that like you gotta uphold, and they are completely pushing forward the culture. If Boston hip hop had a culture, I think that is one of the forefront things.
Yeah. You know what it is. You know what, Shea, man. Back at it again. Shout out Dallas. Boston shit, 617. Yeah. Boston Celtics way I'm shitting on these Dallas beats. We 50 deep, we roll some Zob, then just pass the weed. Just made some heat, I played it, homie, almost crashed the V. Your talk is cheap, your tape's trash, and mine's a masterpiece. I be working hard for what I got, you never taking mines. First to five, my heart in every bar, where y'all got basic lines. Being me, we was 15, but always first to slide. It's never fair ones, I'm hurting you if you hurting mine. Yeah, that's how it goes where I came from. Boston boy, Beantown, you never changed none. And when I'm on, they won't regret it when they changed up. How you cap it, still rapping about the same stuff, it's confusing me. Thought it knocks the seat and be abusing me. And I only dap you up if you cool with me. All you other rappers, y'all some fool to me. Never sell my soul, I'm staying true to me. Raps get packed up, now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up, getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one, but you was the homies, it's never a fair one. Now they all loving and care, but I remember back when they couldn't stand up. Rappers get packed up, now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up, getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one, but you was the homies, it's never a fair one. Now they all loving and care, but I remember back when they couldn't stand up. But you was the homies, it's never a fair one. Yeah, you getting like 5 boosts. Lately been pushing up on the full flex, but it's about to be white coast. Bad bitch, 5'2", so blessed, I chew. Tryna buy mama a crib and my sister whatever she want, know I got you. Feeling like pocking that one record, cause I'm constantly praying for better days. All these losers who never did nothing in life, think they got a better way. Walked in the charter and started was hard, but it made me up into a better shape. Better whips, longer stays, whole family living comfortably. Living good, that's the goal. Bad habits, yeah, they next to go. Started noticing all of my hard work, now they saying that I'm next to blow. If they wanna, let them go. Said they ballin', better check the score. Smoking a spliff in the stool and another one, cause I think I'll rap better stoned. About to get turned to the function. Pretty women, couple bottles too. I caught on my bikes, they coming. Call your friends, hope they coming too. Turning this nothing to something. Couple shots to the 40 proof. Till the morning, no discussion. Hands in the air like they through the roof. Raps get packed up. Now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up, getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one, but she was the homies, it's never a fair one. Now they all loving and care, but I remember back when they couldn't stand up. Rappers get packed up. Now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up, getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one, but she was the homies, it's never a fair one. Now they all loving and care, but I remember back when they couldn't stand up. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to hear that sound again. It's nice to be back.
Yo, we back.
Yeah, we're here.
Yo, we are back. Dallas finally came back from DR with his third wife, and we got to do the show again. It's awesome.
Dude, I'm pissed that we couldn't do it last week because I had such a good tan.
Oh, dude,
I was ready to show it off.
Don't show off, dude.
Fuck
you. It lasts like 2 days for you, bro.
I know. I haven't even been at the pool at the
Now
building
you're-
either, so it's fading. Dude. It sucks.
Fuck that.
I was ready to compete with you.
You gonna lose your bitch, bro. Yo, welcome back. We're at Nuvia. Bienvenido. And we're here. We had to make the show whiter, so we got rid of Naughty real quick.
No, shout out to Naughty.
Love you. Shout out to Naughty.
Yeah, Naughty's going through
miss
some
you.
shit. She'll be back better than ever soon.
She's in K-Verd.
Yeah, this homeless guy said that we needed to make the show whiter.
Yeah.
Or that we need a white guest.
Yeah, so we listen to crackheads all the time.
Yep.
So
Shout out the crackheads.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, they're my people's kid. Without them, we don't have any fucking culture in Boston, dude. All we got is Red Sox and crack. What's going on? Sorry.
Yeah. Couch server wanted a white guest, so
How you doing?
we got Shea here.
How you doing?
Yeah.
You doing?
Nah, bro, I've been wanting to do the show with you for a while and make some music together. So
Been meaning to do this for a while.
finally we did it.
Yeah, because you guys look like he looks like he could be your son. I'm not.
Maybe nephew. I want to go that
Yeah.
far. I think nephew maybe.
Yeah.
No, dude, because you got a young face, bro. So you could look like you could be like you had an illegitimate child in high school. Boom, Shea.
I don't know if we have similar enough features for my son.
I still going with it because you're white.
Yeah,
You
I like
saying
it.
we all look together?
We all do look alike.
Look alike.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, Shea really is like, if you could like draw up like a white kid rapper from Boston, I
He's
feel
pretty
like
good.
it would be Shea. And I'm not trying to just stereotype the shit out of you right
I
now,
think
but
that's, like unconsciously or subconsciously,
Yeah.
I know that from like an economic perspective, everyone fills a niche in this stuff.
yeah.
And I grew up in Boston. I look exactly like a Boston kid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I think there's not enough, I don't know, of that in the rap scene. So I think that you can capitalize on that.
I think there's zero of it right now, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. The only
like I joked about the whole identity thing. Like, and we talk about it on the show a lot too with rappers and stuff. Like, yeah, what's the Bostonite sound, the identity, from Mass? What is it? Boom, boom. And it's always kind of scattered because people try to adopt other regions or
Yeah.
do what's cool. You know what I mean? But like, we were talking about it before the show started. But like, I was at your first show when you opened up for Sue Surf, and he brought the most people. I knew that because they were the only white people there.
Yeah.
Other than the QNC guys. Shout out to the QNC guys.
fun fact about that, all my like little white friends from Dorchester that were front row,
Yeah.
I found out later they were all on mushrooms.
Nice.
Swear to God, they were all off mushrooms, and they said they're like, it made it so much better. Like we were just fully in it.
Mushrooms make everything.
Well, the
better.
thing is, you brought the crowd out. When you left early, that show got really empty, yo. Free Sue Surf, but Jesus Christ, bro.
no, free the way.
There was like 12 people there after you left, bro.
That was such like a surreal experience because it was like, I don't know. I grew up watching battle rap. Like I subscribed $7.99 a month to fucking URL. Like
Yeah.
I love that shit. And like I remember when he was rapping against Hitman Holla, and he was like, "Your mom was at the game, cardboard colors, fresh signs. My mom was in pain. You want to talk to the inmate? Press 9." Like I remember that shit. And there was QNC Entertainment. They were putting on like it was a they had a slot, and it was a like a competition. It was like make a remix to a Sue Surf song, and if you get the most engagement, you can go.
Okay.
I beat whoever came in second. I think it was K Watts.
Oh, yeah.
K Watts came in second. She had like nothing.
She stormed off this show.
She's been on the show before.
Yeah.
She's I think our first storm off, right? Yes, that's Derek. Yo, shout out to Derek's Discussions. I'm a fan. If you had a Patreon, I'd subscribe. But
I would too.
Nothing against it. You know what I mean? She's doing it.
No, she's a shit.
whatever.
Yeah.
But she got like 50 comments. I think I got like 200. And it
Nice.
was like
Yeah.
I blew the whole competition out the water. And then it was my first show, and I just remember like nothing. I'm not bragging, but like I think in my opinion for my first show I killed that shit.
I didn't know.
Especially
You
in,
talked
like-
about her? I didn't know it was your first show.
Yeah, I remember. I was there too. I remember that.
You
shit.
were there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That was one thing. Like it was a moment that definitely like stamped this shit for me. This rap shit that I was like, you can do this, because it was my first show ever, and I just went out there, did my shit, and it felt like something that I was like meant to do. You know what I mean?
Before that, you posted shit on IG though, right? Like little rap
It
videos
was
and
little
stuff?
shit. Like I was
Yeah.
doing the TikToks. You can duet like back when TikTok actually worked. Like now it's fucked. It's just like a store.
Mm-hmm.
But back when that shit was definitely it was getting people famous like quick. That was that was the main purpose of it. And I was doing the duet. So I would look up producers.
Yeah.
They would put their beat in, kind of like how you were doing on Instagram. You know what I mean? I actually tried to do it on Instagram for a couple of years, but I couldn't figure it out on Instagram.
Yeah, so many people told me that too.
Because
Like,
you
so
have to,
fucking
you
annoying.
can't like, for example, on TikTok, I could record the song on my computer and then put the sound in on TikTok.
Yeah.
With you, I had to like rap over it sounded bad because I had to rap over the audio.
So
But
stupid.
I was doing that stuff, just doing like raps on that and doing remixes. I remember the first one I posted on Instagram was remember Peaches by Justin Bieber?
Yeah, I
Come
love
on,
that
Peaches
song.
on, Joe. I did that song and it got like 10K. First video I dropped in it. It was just, I don't know. It was just validating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that star power, like our man was saying.
Star power.
I
Dude.
but that's like my whole thing is like my whole thing that I like to bring to the table is authenticity. Like I want, like you said, like I don't technically feed into it, but I know that I just look like that kid that like you could be like, oh, I could grew up with that kid,
And
or
do a
like
chest
that
step
could
when
be
you
my
get-
cousin. You know what I mean? Like I don't want a lot of especially when you're trying to make it in this artistry. A lot of people think that they have to act larger than life, and I think that isn't very valid in today's game because it's like it's so saturated
Yeah.
that there's no way that you have all this money unless like obviously you're doing stuff on the side, but I'm saying like you can't
PPP
act,
loans.
you can't act like a rapper went like just out the blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so much fakery and people and it's weird because it's like people lie to themselves for long enough that then they think they're really lit like that.
Yeah.
And they get this huge ego where they're like they've got like 75 monthly listeners, but they're charging $2,000 for a feature.
Oh, bro,
Exactly.
It's like,
we've
what are
had
you talking
people
about?
who act way too cool, like when the camera comes on. And before that, I'm like, dude, I like talking to you before the camera came on.
now
What
the
happened?
camera's on.
Yeah.
And we've had situations where we're like, yo, I don't want to split that song or whatever. I'm like, dude, you have 2 listeners. What the fuck are you talking about? We're gonna split this penny, motherfucker? Well, like, what are you talking about?
So the thing about that is like I was doing for a while. I was doing everything for free. Like every single thing I did was free because I love doing this. This is what I love to do. This
Right.
is my passion. I'll do this shit for free forever.
Yeah.
But as like the quality started getting up, like now I'm doing content. I'm doing videos. I'm paying for studio time. I only charge for the studio time. If you want to do a feature with me, it's like $200, and I just go into the studio. That's 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Like I'm not asking anything crazy, but if I think that I'm getting to the level where like you're getting a good verse out of me regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like half-ass it for your 200.
Yeah.
I'll go to work. I'll make that in a day.
I mean, you're not even really charging. You're just saying like you
Pay for the cost.
studio
Yeah,
time.
and then they'll be like, all right, well, I get $30 an hour in Lawrence. I'm like, I'm not driving out of Lawrence to do your song.
yeah, right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
Also-
tell them to pay for the Uber.
$30 an hour engineers.
No, because that's when you get set up. yeah.
No. If it's a Lawrence, I got some people for you. I'm Dominican, bro.
Yeah.
That's probably my cousin tried to set you up. My bad. I apologize.
It's all good. If it's your cousin, just get it back for me.
Nah, you got great energy though, man. I was laughing because I was telling Jimmy on the way here. I was like, "This is like Shea is like the most Boston white rapper you've ever seen. Like he's the prototype." And then the second you come in with our homie over there and had the most Boston conversation ever. Like yo,
Ralphie.
Larry's, dude, me and that kid were whipping ice in Gobby Park or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Ralph. He's the man.
Yo, Ralph is the man. Shout out Ralph. That's I don't know. That's the beauty I think about being from Boston. Is like we're a small community in a big city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
especially in your neighborhood. Like I think Dorchester and Southie kind of go, especially that side of Dorchester. Dorchester, if you know, like it's very split up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like my side of Dorchester and Southie kind of go hand in hand. If your family's from Southie, you know someone from Southie, you're gonna know one of my uncles. You're gonna know one of my aunts.
Yeah.
I got 9 aunts and uncles on one side. I got 7 on the other. Like,
God damn, you're so
you're
fucking
knowing
Boston,
somebody.
man. It's
You know what I
ridiculous.
mean? Like what just happened when we walked in. Just a good guy.
Yeah.
Chopped it up, and then he's like, "Oh, and then my daughter dates so and so," and I'm like, "I know all them, like all the Larrys, dude."
right.
So I don't know.
Oh wait, I've met her. I know her. Sorry, my bad.
Great girl.
Yeah.
Love her. Love that whole family.
That is true though, because like when you started naming shit from Dorchester, I was like, I used to work in Dorchester all the time off near Fields Corner. There's like that baseball field, and then right
ADSL. Used to play baseball.
exactly. Then you
It was
start
World
seeing
League.
my shout out to my Vietnamese out in Fields Corner, bro. Like the second you start seeing the signs, and you're like, none of this shit is English, bro. What the?
I was
fuck?
just over there yesterday. Actually.
Yeah, and you'll see it, bro. Like, and that's one of the few spots. Shout out to the Vietnamese spot. I don't even know the fucking name because it's in Vietnamese, but you can get a plate of rice and duck.
Is it Fola?
Bro,
PHOLA.
I don't know, but you can get the plate with rice and duck for like $10, bro.
Oh, they chef it up.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's what I used to play baseball right there. It was World Bat League in the first 3 innings where they used a pitching machine. So we just fucking rake them. Just fucking, they were coming in like 2 miles an hour. Just fucking boom, boom, boom.
Why were they using a pitching machine?
Just the first 3 innings was pitching machine. I don't
Because the
fucking
pitchers were
It's the
tired.
first
or-
time.
No, there was a mix of kids in there. Like they let anyone play. So there was like he was actually one of my homies growing up. One of my mom's friends had a son with Down syndrome, and I was like, put him on my team. Fuck.
Nice.
So we had him. We had it was a Bad News Bears. It was awesome. I loved it. I loved playing down there. It was awesome.
That's dope. So, like, have you had any like issues being a white rapper?
I think it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll say, you're never gonna get away from the white rapper thing.
Yeah.
Which is fair. This is a black art form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing about me is like I love hip hop and what it is and what it was. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people disrespect hip hop, and I hate that shit. Like, I just think that it stood for something. You know what I mean? And now it doesn't stand for anything. And now it's just pop. You know what I mean? You still got a couple guys doing like, real rap shit. Like you got the Griseldas, you got the Freddie Gibbses, all J. Cole's, all them. But you know what I mean? It stands for something. I think a lot of people disrespect it. I think a lot of white people have disrespected that in historically.
How so? What do you mean?
I think a lot of white people have used hip hop for financial gain instead of actually appreciating.
That's what I was about to say too.
So I think like
culture vultures,
especially yes, like I'll give an example in MGK. You know what I mean? Like you look at him, he's a rapper one day and then he blows up and now he's a rock star.
He just didn't make it Fox though.
So like props to him. But
that's pretty sick.
I just mean at the base of it, hip hop is a culture and it stands for something, and I think it two ways: culture vultures, but then also like back in the day, like coming up when hip hop in the early '90s, '80s, a lot of these dudes were getting fucked on contracts by just old Jewish dudes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's another way that like just white people have a bad taste in hip hop. Mm-hmm. But then on the other end, it's kind of a blessing because it's like when you see fucking Peyton Pritchard go up for 25. Dudes go for 25 every day.
Right, but it stands out.
It stands out.
It is true. When a white guy does it, you're like, damn.
It's like when I walk on stage, you see me like, who's this fucking hockey player with the lettuce?
Yeah.
And then I open my mouth, and then it's like.
Well, yeah, you always have to. You start at a deficit every time, so it's kind of like there's inverses of it all the time. Like in the office and shit like that, you first got to prove that you're not some dude from the hood if you're of color.
Yeah.
But then you'll be like, oh, this dude's smart. But now
you're so articulate.
Yeah. You know, people will say that to you, and they'll be like, "Damn, bro, subconsciously you think I shouldn't be because I'm from a certain place." Mm-hmm. But then there's the reverse when it comes to hip hop, and it's funny because I've seen. And I'm not gonna say names, but I've seen people, the white rapper, go the opposite way because you're embracing the chip on your shoulder, and I've seen it bother the white guy when he gets bitter because of it, because he's like, "What the fuck? I always got to prove myself." He's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, everybody does every day, but you have to do it a little more because people aren't gonna trust you initially."
But I felt like I had to prove myself like my whole life. That's what. It's not like I was up against anything, but it's just that's like I wake up every day like. Not on some like grind shit, but like how am I gonna get it? Because it's like, like I didn't grow up with everything. Like my mother was an ex-drug addict. My father's a felon. My grandfather did 40. My dad did 20. Like,
are you sure you're not black, dude?
No, it's true. But then like all this shit, like I don't know. Like my whole thing is I'm transparent. You know what I mean? Like my grandfather did that. My dad did that. That's my mom. And I grew up down D Street too, and in Dorchester. But I don't like play that card because I grew up very blessed that like I did have my father in my life. And you know what I mean? I did have my mother in my life, even though it was kind of turbulent. I had them there. I had that structure. So like, I'm not gonna fucking act like I'm a kid from the trailer park or like I'm a pro. Like
it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would.
It would.
You know what I mean?
It would be funny.
But I don't know. I don't rap about that because that's not me. That's my family. You know what I mean? But that is the life I did grow up in. But I'm not gonna like I'll see some dudes that like try to act like they're from like the hood. Like I am, but I don't rap about it. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The couple white dudes, they try to like play into that. Like it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like who?
Like another one, MGK for a while. He was doing shit with like Waka Flocka, acting like he was from the hood. Like,
hey, that was a good song.
I'll use another one. Like, fucking. I'm using like the crate because these are the first ones that come to mind. But like, fucking Slim Jesus. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god, dude, that was such a big fail.
What the fuck is that? Like,
homie was like, but the only thing about him was that at least he admitted that he was faking the funk. But a lot of people aren't gonna watch that interview. They're gonna watch that fucking 50 million view video where he was acting like a gangster and doing, "Oh, you zinning it up already?"
Nah, those things put me on a roller coaster. I can't get
so
all my friends.
All right, do them, so I need a white guy to back me up here. He needs to stop this Zin stuff.
Zin is the downfall of the white community.
All right, okay, thank you, sir.
You're the one that turned me on to my boy Chetty.
Oh, yeah, because you popped those. So funny, like. I don't know how he got put on to me, but 2 years ago, this dude, Freezer Tops, he's got like 500,000 on Instagram. Mm-hmm. He's the dude, I don't know if you ever saw him. He's got like all these little white kids talking in his lingo, his whole language. Yeah, I need a Zinachino. like shit like that. He does like the lacrosse little accent.
Yeah. They say white people don't have culture, dude. I mean, just look at Cheddar.
Not Tommy G.
Oh, okay.
This kid's from like Minnesota. He used to be from Everett though. Like I think that's why he sees some of my shit. But he's been commenting on my shit for like 2 years. But I don't know, it's just mad random.
Yeah.
Like I just thought it was mad random.
The lingo's so funny.
He's a good shit. He hangs out with like, Nelk.
Yeah, I know
those motherfuckers who just party in their 30s. Yeah. He hangs out with them and shit.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
about. Like they did a video with Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, and they gave him the giant Zin thing. I told him about that. They didn't believe me.
That was Freezer Types. That was him doing it.
He's got his own brand now.
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
they're caffeine.
They're just caffeine.
Yeah, because
What the fuck?
You have to go through a lot of legal products. It's like selling alcohol.
What, you sucking on Red Bull, bro? What the fuck is wrong with people, dude? Yo, Dallas.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I did my 22-hour shift this week, I had one in my lip.
Oh God,
There you go.
Pause.
God damn, that was a good one. No, you
You go upper or lower?
Oh God.
Up there.
Yeah, I
For
can't.
sure.
I started hiccuping when I put in my upper.
Back in the day, like the Dorchester kids around my way were like very into dip.
Yeah.
Just dip,
Oh,
Copenhagen,
God.
like bro.
Yeah.
And I remember the first dip I ever did was whole bottom lip, whole top lip. I was crossfaded, and I was like 12 under the Neponset Bridge. And
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's the most Boston shit ever. Sorry, go on.
the old age home like right over there. What is it called? Ramada, not the Ramada. The fucking.
The Ramada's
It's like
a
right
hotel.
by. It's right by. No, it's right by Florian Hall.
Okay, I think I know. What
It's right there. We used to go. There's a pathway back there.
Yeah.
And like to the when the like we would hang out in Tui Park, Garvey Park, and when the cops started getting like crazy with us because we do stupid shit, we go down there and they wouldn't bother us because like you can't hear us under the bridge.
Okay.
That was the spot.
Yeah.
What were we just talking about?
Zinning it
Zen.
up.
Oh,
and
Zen.
you were dipping it.
Yeah, dip it.
Yeah.
We're under the bridge and I'm fucked up and I packed a whole bottom lip, a whole top lip. Got PTSD. I can't. It's like drinking like that alcohol that you had a whole bottle of and now you can't smell it.
Yeah.
If I smell Copenhagen,
That's Southern comfort for me. I drank so much of that shit on the Charles River when I was like 16, and just like couldn't even get up. Like me and my friends were just laying on the ground, like laughing and shit.
yeah.
These two gay guys come up, they're like, "Oh my God, we thought you got stabbed. We just called the police." And we're like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But like so hammered,
I thought
couldn't
that was
even
gonna
get
go
up.
the way.
Cops, the state troopers come. They're like, "All right, come on." They walk us to the car, take us to protective custody. I'm like laying on the desk, like, oh. He's like waiting for my mom to come get me. He's like, "You gonna puke?" I'm like, nah, I'm good. A few seconds later, I'm just
Yeah.
then I'm just sitting there
It's always like right when you're
watching the statey mop up my puke. I was like, you fuck.
Oh, you told me. I know the story actually.
Motherfucker, dude. Yeah, clean that shit up. Dog.
It took me like, dude, when did Tom Brady beat the Rams?
2001.
Yeah.
No. The most
Oh, the last
recent
one,
time.
2017. I think.
2017. That I had since 2017. I had drank vodka. Like it was like pineapple vodka. It was some weird shit. I threw up so bad. I didn't drink vodka until literally like I think recently, like the last year or so, because I was just like, I can't do it, bro. The smell immediately when it hit my nose, I was like, I couldn't do it, bro.
Back in the day, we just drink anything. So like,
I know, I
girls had
fucking-
a couple bottles of Pink Whitney. I drank like 2 bottles of Pink Whitney and did
Oh God.
a backflip off the bridge that goes to the
Jesus.
seaport. You know the bridge in Southie?
Yeah, I
near
know the
FedEx?
Quincy Seaport. Yeah.
Not the Seapoint. The Seapoint.
Oh.
No, the fucking what's the area? The fucking
The seaport.
The
yeah,
Seaport.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The bridge that goes over there and from Southie
Yeah.
goes to the Seaport. That's the FedEx is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to all the St. Patty's days. We call that Pier 45. You just go down there and get fucked up. Be 500 people down there, and drank like 2 bottles of Pink Whitney and did a backflip off that bridge.
Nice.
And I yacked everywhere. It was not cool.
No.
But I can't do Pink Whitney now. I don't care that I can't do Pink Whitney. It's not like I'm looking to drink Pink Whitney.
It's not really a flex.
But if I like some girl has it and I smell it,
You just throw up on her pussy. That's nasty, bro.
yeah,
On her pussy.
that's where I'm going for. Like,
Now, if I black out, I'm gonna share a bat to puke.
I haven't. I like don't black out, but I
Yeah.
have been. I have been.
Cinco de
It's
Mayo
getting-
for me.
It's getting bad. So like I went out to. It was actually my buddy's. He has a hockey tournament, like floor hockey. You know,
Super white?
street hockey. Yeah, it's honestly like that part of Dorchester. We don't play like we play pickup ball, but like it in the summer. There's a bunch of like big tournaments. Like my cousin used to run one called Dog Pod for like 5 years, and NHL players used to come and play in them and shit like that. Like we have Boston's one of the biggest hockey towns in America, other than
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota.
And everybody's out there on their rollerblades.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. White people have shamed me for not watching hockey before.
I think it's one of the hottest like white sports.
It is. You guys got that lockdown.
You know, like there's not that many that are like up there though. Like fucking like golf's no contact.
Well, yeah, but golf, y'all got some good bread.
Lacrosse. Have you ever?
And NASCAR, they go crazy.
I played lacrosse for a year in high school. You can hit in
no,
that
yeah,
sport.
yeah.
Because it's like you got like way less pads, but you can hit like football.
Yeah.
Fucking lay the shoulder.
Like rugby too.
Yeah.
I watched some rugby. Me and Jimmy, we watched some
I don't know if
rugby
I would
shit on
classify
Netflix.
that
That
as
shit
a
was
white
crazy.
sport, though.
What up?
I wouldn't classify that.
No,
Dude, that's super
No.
white.
that's pretty white.
No.
What? That's from the Brits.
No, that's from like that's like like, yo, the Samoans are like the best fucking
Yeah,
rugby
like
team.
Aborigines and Samoans.
That's
the best.
true.
Yeah, and like, because that's like
New
that kind
Zealanders.
of.
Come on, bro. We can't. Y'all took
There's like,
rugby from you.
There's like England is good, but it's usually all just
No, you know
giant
who's
black
nasty
dudes.
this year, and I'll take this. Ireland is like one of the best rugby teams right now. Ireland's got one of the best.
Ireland's.
Yeah.
Yo, I could.
The
I could
Republic
see that.
Island too, not the Northern bullshit.
Well, no, but we should. What about Boston Irish? That they should have a team. I think we would win with that.
So that's funny. Like in my part of Dorchester, we got like a big. We grew up like a lot of kids play Irish Gaelic sports. It's like I grew
Yeah,
up-
curling and shit.
Hurling.
Hurling, sorry.
Hurling's the one that on the ice.
Okay, right,
Hurling's
right,
that one.
right.
Hurling's like lacrosse with a fucking stick that you hit instead of tossing it.
Oh, okay.
You kind of just run with a ball and like fucking hit it. They catch it. You got to go for the goal. And then like Gaelic football. I grew up playing Gaelic.
That's
football.
like, is that like rugby?
It's like rugby, but you got to run and hit it. It's like rugby and soccer had a baby. Yeah.
That sounds kind of fucked up.
You seen that Italian sport?
Oh,
Where they-
calcio falcia.
I think that is what it's called, where it's like MMA and rugby
bro.
mixed together.
They throw hands.
You seen this
There's like
shit?
no. There's
See if you
parts,
can find that, Jim.
bro.
That
It's
sounded like a dish.
so I took
It's crazy.
Italian in high school. I went to Latin.
Yeah.
And they made us take like
You
Latin.
went to Boston Latin or
Yeah,
Academy?
school.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a smart kid. I went to OB,
I
kid.
used to be. Yeah, I mean, a couple of my friends went to OB.
Yeah.
But fucking they basically they just throw hands. They go. It's like I think it's like 20 on 20.
Yeah.
Look,
They
it's
gotta-
like handball.
they gotta
but
score the
they
ball.
can throw fucking hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Bare knuckle.
Oh
Yeah.
God, this guy. Oh God.
Fuck you.
They play it between 4 towns in this spot in Italy.
Provinces.
Yeah, 4 provinces. Sorry. And then and they can only have a semifinals and a final each
Oh,
year.
look, a black dude.
Wait, yeah, where'd they find him?
Oh man, look, he's wrecking shit too. And
No, that's
fucking-
like when NBA
Oh,
players
look, that
go
guy
to
looks
play.
Dominican right there on the right. Hold on. There are Dominicans in Italy, by the way. People don't know that.
This shit
Really? Is that like a big?
That's a thing. There's a community there.
That's sick.
They only have a semifinals and a final, and a lot of the players that play in the semifinals can't even play in the final because they're so fucked up. I would
Yeah,
love
like
to go
there's
see
mad
it.
times they'll just stop playing. Like fuck it, we don't gotta get goals. We're just fighting. Like, they just drop them.
Yeah, because eventually that's just a lot of testosterone.
Well, I think you can win by just defeating everyone else in the other team. Like they
Could
can't
just
send
knock
out
everybody
more
out,
people.
right? Yeah.
You can't do that.
Does some dude ever take it too far, just stab somebody?
No, there's no weapons out there.
Despite their opponents as long
It's fucking crazy. Dude. I
Oh.
don't know how they don't just get broken.
Dude, I wish
They
like,
probably do,
like
dude.
what do you think's the closest thing in American culture to like something like this, like a
Football.
college football game?
No, NFL football.
No, college football gets
No,
crazy.
I don't mean like
bro.
necessarily the sport. I mean like
The-
this
the
is
reaction
so
to it.
niche Italian. Like you will never find this sport anywhere. Like they get it's like provinces and they take
Yeah.
pride in it.
Yeah.
Like
Rodeo.
these dudes are carpenters and they just do this for
Well,
pride.
I would say like
bullfighting?
like Southern
rodeo.
high school and college football, like
Yeah.
that's a whole different culture. Like high school football in Texas is crazy. Like it's a big culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you're talking more of like a niche, smaller
Like,
thing.
you'll find you can like
Rodeo's
obviously-
You don't give a fuck
call.
about high school
Bull
football.
riding.
I think like bull riding, rodeo.
Yeah.
You ever been to that shit?
Monster truck.
No, but I heard this
Monster
one.
truck.
There's one like in Western Mass that my buddies like to just drink and do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's their hobbies.
That sounds
And
white, yeah.
So they sent in our group like drink beer too. Like I'm not talking liquor. So they just
Yeah.
drink like
That's-
25 beers.
That's part of it.
Yeah,
That's definitely.
and I'm like the only one who drinks liquor in my friend group. But they sent thing in my group chat and it was like, yo, there's a. It wasn't in Hanson. Someone said Hanson. That's why I told my mom. But he was like, "There's fucking rodeo, like all the way out Western Mass. Like, let's get an Airbnb." I'm like, that kind of sounds sick.
Yeah, I went in Colorado. It's pretty ill.
Yeah,
It's like
Colorado.
Yeah, I go to Denver a lot. Both my parents were from there, so
Okay,
I had a lot of family out there. But yeah, I saw like the PBR rodeo tour, dude. It was,
That's sick.
It was pretty awesome. It's funny. There's like an announcer the whole time. He's kind of like a pro wrestling announcer, sort of like color commentating over the loudspeakers.
like an MC.
And
Like,
there's actually a rodeo clown that comes out running around. And these cowboys, man, they are some sturdy guys.
have you seen the barrel guys?
Hey,
Yeah,
they're
yeah. There was a
certain type
clown
of
in the barrel.
rodeo clown.
Yeah,
they get
yeah.
a barrel.
I saw that. Yeah,
and they just get fucking smoked by the
Yeah,
bull.
yeah,
yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Well, that's like in Spain when they have the bull run where they literally get
Yeah.
chased by fucking bulls and get trampled and shit. That shit's insane.
You know what I heard about the bull run, dude? Is that bull fighters. What they do with the bulls is
They kill 'em.
The first time that they enter that ring, that's the first time they've ever seen a human move. They don't let them see humans before that
So they
shit.
just tweak.
No, and also so that they can't like time them right.
Okay.
To give the guy a chance.
Yeah.
And the bullfighters know, like, one day they're gonna die from that shit.
Yeah, the best
they
bullfighter.
get
I forget his name, but I did watch his documentary. It's the best bullfighter of all time. He the one that broke his neck, that threw him up, broke his neck, slammed him. He adopted it, and now he lives on his farm.
The bull.
Yeah.
God,
And
I would never
he's
want to look at that thing
And
again.
he's in the interview like petting, and he's like, "This dude is the nicest guy on the planet."
With his broken neck?
Yeah.
Is he in his fucking
No, he's
wheelchair?
cool.
He's all
cool.
good?
Yeah.
Damn, it'd be fucked up if you made like burgers out of it.
I would eat that fucker after doing that to me, man.
Nah, he was all like, "Nah, he's the coolest guy on the planet." He was just mad that day. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's a crazy way to look at it, but that's probably what's keeping him like.
He was just mad
Sleeping at
that
night.
day.
Yeah.
That's just funny as fuck.
You seen Russian MMA before, like the group fighting
Yeah,
and
you
shit?
seen the one? Where
Oh,
they
bro,
smack-
you seen the 1v2? Like, they're
Yeah, the man versus two women. And
yeah,
shit.
no. Did you? Oh, yeah, that was wild.
I saw that
And then,
one.
yo, do the Eddie Hall versus two people. That shit's crazy. He was like,
Eddie
Oh, yeah,
Hall.
yeah.
Eddie Hall, one of the world's strongest men.
I know Eddie Hall.
Yeah. He fought two dudes at once.
I'm actually low key
This
for a
is
while.
insane.
My ADHD makes me have hyperfixations for like a week. So like for a week, I was just watching all the strongman
oh,
shit.
I did it for months, bro. I was into strong.
because I was like, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
This is just me and my friends down the park. When
Yeah.
dude, give me my sins, kid. What are you doing, dude?
It's so sick, though, because they're all
My
really good
mother-
fighters.
Oh,
But once somebody gets knocked out, then that team.
No, but this really shows like these are professional fighters, right? You watch an MMA 1v1, it's very technical.
Yeah.
Bro, when there's 15 people in the
Yeah.
ring, you're fucking just swinging.
Any technicality goes.
That's
out.
probably the closest thing to a Southeast street fight.
Look, dude on the left's getting choked out.
dude, give me my fucking fix, kid. You owe me $30, dude.
There's a video somewhere on the internet of all my friends fighting outside of Capo.
Oh, yeah?
It's just a bunch of yuppies just getting destroyed.
Nice.
And then my buddy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's legit like 6'6", like 2 something. He's just a big guy, and you just see him coming and fucking. He goes to crack someone, whiffs, misses, and then just gets.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was terrible.
On YouTube? That's
It's
rough.
somewhere.
Bro.
They do this shit, too, in Russia where they fight team MMA, but it's on like a parkour, like a padded parkour platform.
Oh, I've seen that.
So they run around and jump
Dude,
off.
have you ever
Catch
seen
me.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever seen the professional tag? That's
Yes.
just
Yeah.
crazy too.
That
You
shit
know what's
is
funny
awesome.
about that? You know who used to do that? Blueface's girl.
Oh, for real,
Sean.
Christian Rock.
So
Christian
she
Rock?
used to be a track star, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got put on doing ultimate tag.
No shit.
And then she started doing baddies and shit, and fucking her tooth got out.
ruined her
and
life
then
and shit, yeah.
Started drinking Henny, and then being in love with Blueface. Now she's tweaked out of a Blueface.
What, she got a huge fucking face.
What a
tat.
fall.
Yeah.
Dude, she used to look hot.
You ever seen those shows?
Oh.
Like the Baddies East and all that shit?
don't watch
Bro,
that shit.
literally, I was dating a girl that just used to watch it, and she had a subscription, so we just lay up and
Sure,
just watch that
yeah.
shit. So, but I got invested. Like, it's like, yo.
Yeah, you get sucked into any reality
they-
show, you know?
They just thought, like,
Bro, I was way too into Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav's was solid.
That's a
probably-
classic.
That's a classic. I think that one is it Kid Rock. He used to have one too.
No,
right?
no, the guy from fucking Brett
Brett
Michaels.
Michaels.
Yeah.
Brett Michaels from what band was he? Poison? Was it Poison? He was a singer of
That was
Guns
the
N'
one-
Roses.
That's the one I saw before
One of those.
the other one.
Yeah.
I
Flavor of
forget.
Love.
Rock of Love.
Yeah,
That's what it was called.
yeah.
No, but
Flavor of Love was the original one.
yeah, Flavor of Love was
And
the
then it
original
was
one.
The New York, I Love New York.
Yeah, I Love New York was a spin-off. And then they had the spin-off with the I Love New York with Chance and Real, the two brothers that were both trying to fuck her at the same time. It was weird.
Yeah, that show. Was
Yeah, that show was wild too.
my favorite reality TV show all the time is Ozzy Osbourne's.
Oh God.
That was like the first one, except for Real World.
That shit is so good.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Ozzy is. I think I'll say this, he's one of the most naturally funny people on the planet. Like
Just
one of those
talking.
people that's just like anything he does. Like, have you seen the one where he's like, Sharon, where my beers? And she's like, you Ozzy, you drank the beers. And he's like, and then he just goes back into his room. Like fuck, you're right. I did drink the beers.
He's the man, dude. He's got to be fun to hang out and drink with.
Oh my god, think about how many just drugs have been through that guy's like system.
The fact he's alive is wild.
He was telling a story. I don't know who it was with. It was someone that was on the card when like Santana was doing the Woodstock stuff. So maybe it was two different interviews side by side, but both of them were talking about it, and like they were talking about doing drugs and playing the guitar. And one of them was like, "Yeah, one time I was playing the guitar and my whole thing turned into a snake, and I just had to like wrestle it, and him wrestling it was him killing on the guitar.
Whoa.
It's wild shit.
That's
Like
awesome.
I can't drink before I rap.
Do you trip?
So there was one time, like, I love him, but nothing against him. Not that I didn't take this seriously, but I went to before one of my shows. I think it was the GBG Flea show. I forgot like 2 of my verses because 3 hours before, I get really anxious before
Yeah.
shows, and then I get on, I'm fine.
Yep.
But like, I can't go out before because then I have to think about socializing and think about what I'm doing later.
Right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean? So I went out to my buddy's frat house in Bentley because that's kind of like near Cambridge. I think it's Waltham.
Yeah, Waltham.
So I'm over there, and all his frat brothers like love me because I just go there, have a good time. No one's really allowed in the frat house other than me when it's like all brothers, and fucking they're just like, yo, just have a beer, and I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I'll have a beer. And I had a beer, and then I had a shot, and then I had another shot,
Yeah.
and then I had a beer, and then I had another beer. So like I'm not sauced, but I'm
Soft
definitely
ones.
where I would want to be if I wasn't having a show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm like more anxious because I'm like, how's it gonna go? I've never done this. I've
Yep.
never been.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I'm constantly going over the songs in my head. That made it worse because like I know all my music.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's
And you're overthinking
me
it.
tweaking. Yeah, going.
Yeah.
So then like we get. I didn't go with anybody. None of really my friends came. They would like all work. It was like a Thursday, Wednesday, something. I just had a show like soon before that. So
They're like, we don't like you that much. Go.
basically, you know what I mean? My friends don't fuck with me, essentially. And yeah, I got there, I went on late, so I'm socializing with everybody. I'm more thinking about that. I'm listening to other people's music. Between that, I forgot like 2 of my verses and I just freestyled.
Hey,
Wow.
at least you freestyle, bro.
Most of them didn't really notice.
Always been.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one thing I learned at Latin because we have to, I don't know if you did at OB, but we had to do declamation. So every quarter, every year from 7th grade to 11th grade, 4 times a year, you had to pick a piece of someone's like an oration. So it could be like a speech, it could be a song, it could be, but something that had to have meaning.
Yeah.
And you had to go up in front of the class all dressed up and public speak it.
No, we didn't do all that. OB's still in the hood. We
One thing about Latin that is their downfall is they're so, because it's like the oldest public school in America or whatever, they hold on to that shit.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, nah, like we've been doing this for 100 years, we're gonna still do it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I think learning Latin is the dumbest shit on the fucking planet. Unless
Yeah.
you're gonna be like a doctor or a lawyer.
It's
no only lawyers mostly use it a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
get
the
that.
point
Science.
is that it's difficult.
Yeah.
I think
then-
the point is that it's difficult. It also teaches you etymology, so you
Yeah.
get to learn the meaning of words and why they exist.
That's why I think
so,
it-
like,
it
for
is-
being a rapper, I think it's actually extremely useful.
Well, I will have to disagree because I think
It's more like subconscious, though. Like it's something you're not thinking about because
Yeah.
it was drilled into you. So it's like you don't really even understand that your understanding of words is probably better than a lot of other people's because that was taught to you.
yeah, I guess I would say more like the Latin, the that is the argument that a lot of them make is that like it helps you with that word and wordplay. But I would argue that the Latin specifically doesn't because in the sense of like being a doctor or a lawyer, having the meaning of those like big words definitely helps, and like knowing the Latin, knowing prefixes and stuff like that helps you get to the definition of those big words that you see when you're in law and doctors and stuff. But for me, I'm putting words together. I can't use huge words. I can, but it sounds stupid. I'm not MS.
Yeah, but they probably didn't even want you to be a rapper, dude. The
they didn't.
Latin school
No.
culture was just like they're probably looking at you like he's a crackhead.
I will say that
He didn't go here.
it was a weird thing because the teachers either loved me or they hated me. Like my personality, like I didn't do any work there. I fucking had a D average the entire time I was there.
nice.
For do a
But
chest
I will argue too though, like Latin is a weird little cataclysm where like all those kids are city kids, but it's like a lot of them are like rich kids from Westie. A lot of them like there wasn't a lot of like kids who went home and like had to like take care of their siblings or like figure out how they're gonna like get a meal or shit like that. You know what I mean? I kind of felt alone in that sense there, and it did hurt my schoolwork because I'm going home, I'm like beating on my mother's boyfriends, and these dudes go home do the homework. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing homework. I just fucking hit my mother's boyfriend with a bat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think I'm gonna go do math now? You're tweaking.
Yeah,
Like,
my boy left Boss Latin School because of that. He was like, bro, I could not do it. And he transferred to OB.
and no one really understands because of the I don't know, not a lot of people came from that, but there are some teachers who did. Like I always shout her out Miss Kirkpatrick. She was my history teacher for 2 years. She posted my SoundCloud link on Google Classroom. was like, everybody listen to this. Like, she's the shit. And she would always check in on me. People, Miss Scott, she was another one. She was from Dorchester. Like, she knew, like, my situation. I remember I would come in, like, I didn't eat in the morning. She'd be like, yo, I got food in the back, like, for you. You know what I mean? Little shit like that. During COVID, she walked from Fields Corner to give me a calculator.
Damn.
Because I'm not buying, like, I can't buy a $200 calculator.
Yo, that was crazy too. Because I went to an exam school too, so it was awkward for me when they was like, you want us to buy what calculator?
Yo,
Bitch, I barely bought clothes.
You know
and then they're like, no, you need it or you can't pass this class.
you know how crazy my father looked at me when I said I need a $200 calculator?
Yeah.
Bro,
It's wild.
He wouldn't buy me fucking skates to go skating, play hockey,
Yeah.
bro. He's not fucking buying me a $200 calculator. No, nothing against my father. He's the fucking best. Always took care of me. But like, there's some, there's different cloths that people come from where like looking at that, it'd be like no problem for the parents, and then the other, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I got a free calculator in my room. Yeah, that's what I'd bring the free calculator they got from the bank to fucking.
Bro, I would look at I remember that too because it took me a while to get mine because I was like we couldn't afford it. So I was just like shit. I was in that class when they was like, all right, everyone pull out your fucking TI-83 plus and your TI-84. I was like, I ain't got it. I was at Walgreens one time staring at that shit like I'm about to steal this shit. Like
I was in Staples, I'm fucking running, and like they're not catching me. You shitting me? I go over Morrissey Boulevard. Will they
I know
chase me
exactly
over
the
Morrissey
Staples you're talking
Boulevard?
about. Yeah.
You shitting me? No,
Yeah.
that's actually funny. I was with one of my Saudi friends when we were drinking at thing. We went to that Alexander's. The liquor store right there. And fucking he goes in because I'm like 13. I'm on the thing. He's got the ID and he's like 6'4". So he goes in and he just sprints out. He's like, run. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. And we just ran across the thing. Bro, he got it stolen. He was like, let me see it for a second. Grabbed it out the dude's hand and just fucking sprinted out. It was mad funny. What were we just talking about? The fucking calculator.
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 That's one thing that like, I don't know. I think a lot of teachers and school like administrators and stuff need to understand in those schools where like I used to feel like if I went to BLA, I would have like had a lot more. Like I would have been better because
Well, first of all, B-Lay's in the middle of the hood. It's right next to H Block. It was mad funny.
it's close. It's right. They got off the. We went to this. We took the same bus. Like they would get off and then we go right to BLA.
Yeah,
Or we go to OB and then go.
Yeah. The funniest shit too was like all the, because it was I went on that same bus to go to OB and then I would watch like all the white kids were all like kind of emo-ish and then they would stand outside and smoke cigarettes, dude. And like how all the black kids going, they was like, what's wrong with these kids? And they're like, oh, they're smoking cigarettes. You know, they didn't even like it. You could tell they didn't like it.
Well, that's
You know,
in every school. I mean,
No,
Brookline
no.
had that.
No,
the
I
white
know,
Kids, the
but
white
they were-
kids smoking cigarette outside contingent as well.
bro, but they would do
Same
it.
exact shit.
They would do it like they weren't even hiding the shit. It would like be in the front where everyone
Look at
walks
me
by.
smoking a
Yeah,
cigarette.
Yeah, it
I
was
know.
so funny.
Brookline has, it's the same spot.
Yeah, I know.
front,
It-
right out front.
but that
Like
was like- it's-
ridiculously, like right out front.
But we didn't do that at OB.
Yeah, it was a little culture shock. Like
We didn't do it at OB. I only saw it whenever I drove by BLA. No, there were stoners at OB for sure.
I feel like
Smoked
stoners is
weed.
different than like
Yeah, they weren't cigarette smokers. They were
yeah,
like that.
people ripping
white dudes
cigs.
ripping cigs. Like
Yeah. That was definitely a white thing to me. I was like, these.
Big thing in Brookline.
Yeah.
But that was the thing at BLS. It was like a lot of these kids, they didn't go home to that shit. So it was like it was weird. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these kids had more. That's why I felt like if I went to like not that if you went to BLA or OB or anything, but I just felt like I don't know. There was a lot of rich kids that went to BLS that was like, why do you go to a public school? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck are you doing?
Private school's expensive, man.
Yeah, but they could have. Like they could have went
Yeah.
to see him. They could have went to fucking.
No, but BLS is one of the
of
best
Irish
schools in the world.
kids.
Not anymore.
If you have a
Not
big
anymore.
family,
They took the test away.
antenna.
Oh, the ICE. Yeah.
They took the test away, and like the fucking scores at BLS went like.
Wait, they took the test away?
The exam.
What's the point? Like, how do you
No,
apply?
I don't have any opinion on this, but they said it was fundamentally racist.
That's racist.
Which is
It's
why.
racist to say that.
I feel like
Well,
that's
no,
well,
I
the
will say
only- yeah.
when they say like, I use myself as an example why this just is kind of constitutionally untrue. This argument that they made. They said that basically because, like neighborhoods like Westy, they have a more rich population. They have more access to resources that kids like us don't like in Dorchester. But instead of like making an economic problem, which
Yeah.
it is, they made it like a race problem, which I
It
do
is a-
know
it's a money problem.
Race and economics do go hand in
Yeah.
hand. But it's more like, because I use myself as an example. I'm like, I'm from Dorchester. My father's a felon. I was a drug addict. And I had the one class to fucking do. They invited me because I went to I went to advanced work class at the Murphy. So they picked like 20 people from my class to like go do that.
That's basically what happened to me. Like, and the only reason first of all, I think that's stupid that they said it's racist, but like, I get it. They should have maybe put in a program to help them get ready for it, because like, I remember I did a summer school program at BLS for like, for getting ready. It was called Stepping Stone.
Yeah.
And then they pick select kids. And then I would see those rich kids who came from different schools, and then we would be in the math class, and I would have zero clue what they're talking about, because my school wasn't even close to that. From mine, I was like, what? They all already had the graphing calculators. They already knew what was going on. I said, yo, I'm like 2 years behind.
Yeah.
I'm like 2 years behind from these kids, and I didn't even notice. And then I took that test. I mean, I did well, but I was still like, it was kind of wild, like the differences I noticed like immediately, bro. And it was like embarrassing because you didn't want to say shit like you. I knew 0% of what you were talking about. And then the teacher kind of caught on. He's like, "Oh shit, you don't know any of this?" And I was like, "No, none of it."
You guys give me anxiety, dude. I fucking hated school.
That's the thing with me. I liked it, and then BLS made me hate school because it was like I loved going to school. When I was at the Murphy, like I had straight fucking A's, whatever, and then we get there, and then I actually, like 7th and 8th grade, I did and then I don't know, between shit happening at home, I wasn't as focused.
Oh, junior year, I went downhill, bro.
Yeah.
I skipped so many classes.
You can see
Mom.
like my fucking grades, like when shit started happening. It's a clear indicator, like shit just hit. And then I remember 11th grade, I was like, I learned about I didn't learn about the union. My whole family is in the unions, you know what I mean? But I was like, fuck this, I'm going to the union. Fuck y'all, I'm making more money than you, and you.
That's definitely a white Dorchester thing.
Yeah. And then they were like,
You hear about the garbage, you know,
fuck
they
it.
like work at the garbage union. Like, you know how much money they make? You know how much money they make?
yeah, fuck that. No, at first I was just saying I was gonna go to 103. They make a fucking
Then you become a fireman?
Dude, you could be a bricklayer kid.
You work for Cambridge Fire, dude?
so much labor going on in the Irish community.
Then you work 90 hours a week for 30 years?
Yeah.
Back-breaking work?
With my 12 kids, dude. Yo, but the funny thing about that nowadays, though, there's way less people doing shit with their hands. So I think those careers are gonna go up.
This has been my literally like I've had this argument since I'm in 11th grade. I'm like, if you look at economic trends, right, every generation, right, has an influx of, all right, we're all gonna go to school and we're all gonna be workers. We're all gonna go to school. Like you would have looked at like what would be my grandparents would be like, they were like, oh, we're gonna go to nursing school, we're all gonna go to college, we're gonna go to college. Then my parents' age was like, all right, we're all gonna be in the workforce. And now my age group is all just blinded by like, oh, we gotta go to college and figure it out after. So I definitely think there's like an influx of like where an economic niche is for labor. And I think we're at a point now.
Yeah,
Where
especially
there is a niche for it. That's why, bro, like my mother, like in 103, they need women in 103. They'll take you and just fucking teach you. And you'll get paid like $6 an hour after 5 years.
Can you identify as a woman and do that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
You probably could.
Do we need to cancel the 103 if they don't?
Right?
Yo, Dallas, you want to apply, bro? No.
We might need to.
I'm good.
No,
But I think like the labor jobs, like the real physical jobs, are going to be the last ones that AI takes out.
Yeah, because
well, they can't do it. Like, yo, so you can't tell, yo, AI, I need you to go down to the depths of the ocean to fix these internet wires, my guy.
Yeah,
And fix
you
all
need
this
some
other
crazy
That's
robots.
something that you could do, but I think like, for example, like what I do, like set up concerts and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't have a fucking robot do that.
You would need a sick robot.
A sick
It would
robot.
be
Pretty
so
sick
much
robot.
more expensive than a person.
It would look like a Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
like Dr. Octo, motherfucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like that.
Eventually, those will be taken, but that'll be the last shit.
Yeah, and I think when those do get taken is the point where we're in a complete, like our society's in a complete different realm.
Yeah,
and
it's
we're
gonna
like
have
in
to
a
be
futuristic movie.
UBI, and then that's going to fail, and we're going to have crazy slums full of people with no jobs, and it's going to be a mess.
That sounds like now. The fuck?
Yeah.
A little bit, but I think it's going to
You
get
think of like dystopian future.
yeah. And then there's going to be the class of rich people who are like balling.
I think like as a country we're starting to wake up to a lot of things though. So like I don't know, it depends. I think this next like 10 years is a very important time for not just our country but like the world and where we go.
It is, but the thing is like technology always wins.
Oh, it's disgusting. I hate it. Like I don't know, just the way like like little things, like how it influence, like when you turn on the radio and Doja Cat plays 19 times because she's famous on TikTok. Like it's like I want to fight the radio.
Well, radio
Because you're listening to the radio. That's weird.
No, but like if my aux cord broke, that's what made me think of it. My aux cord broke like 2 days ago. I put on the radio. I'm
Well,
like,
you know
what the fuck is this?
You know what's funny? I didn't notice, and it had never bothered me in the past. But there's so many commercials in radio. You're like, holy shit!
Because they got to pay to fucking stay on.
No, yeah, I know, but I remember it was still the same back then, though.
It's because every single radio station is owned by one company, so it's all Clear Channel.
So
and they can dictate how long the commercial breaks are. There's no
that is
competition. So they all run the commercial breaks at the same time. So you can't change it to a different channel. You like try, they'll all be synced.
You know what's funny? I noticed that too. I didn't even realize that, but I was like, holy shit, I can't. Every time it's still a commercial.
So did you hear what Benzino said about the radio?
I don't listen to Ben.
Yeah. The
No,
clip
but
from
he went
the
on-
Force the Win podcast. Yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel on that?
So he said that there's not an urban station in Boston that's supporting local music,
and that's the downfall. He said essentially that's
that's why it's not going to happen around here.
Well, because even if it's dated, it's still a flex if your song's on the radio. Like you can still say like, "Yo, my song's still on the radio," and people still collect royalties off of it.
But I would say that's like saying your song's on the radio is fucking like. I don't know, like I've gone playing the radio. It doesn't.
I
doesn't
know.
do what it.
I know, but it's still something, you know. But I don't know.
Your song is always on the radio.
That's different.
That's
but
the
then
thing. If
also,
your song
I
is
feel
getting repeated on the radio, getting played once doesn't matter. But if you're a person who gets like, oh, we're doing the top 20 songs this week, and it's in that top 20, you're popping, you're making money.
Yeah, you're already rich.
I'll say that.
You know?
But then that's where like a Sirius XM comes in. Like that's not.
That's
I don't,
the radio.
I think that's really like that's where you get. That's where like podcast and radio mix kind of.
Well, also, and I know a radio DJ, and they're dictated what to play. I even asked him before. I said, "Yo, you can't play this and that." He said, "Bro, this is my list," and he showed it to me before, and it'll be the same people, and then he'll be like, "It's like this almost every week. Maybe one or two songs they make me change, but I have to play it. Like I have to do it during my set."
Yeah.
Damn,
Which
I know.
I think is crazy. Like I just don't. I don't know. Like the closest thing we have to an urban station is 96.9, and they still play like Doja Cat.
It's still going to be just program shit, dude. Like, and that's why, like, you know, I agree with Benzino in the sense that like if there was an urban station, it would be really helpful. Yeah. But it's sort of like useless because there's not like FM radio, in my opinion, is dying. So there's not going to be a new urban station that comes out that like gets big enough where then if you get played on it, you can make an impact. So it's not even something the artist should be focusing on. Get on Sirius, get on, work the internet.
Yeah.
And that's the radio now. Get with streamers and shit like that.
But like with our hip hop culture that we have now, I feel like a radio station for hip hop in a city is not an after fact of having a culture, but it's a product of it. Like you can't have a radio station in a city that doesn't have established hip hop culture. The reason that a radio station in New York that is hip hop works is because the people in New York on a almost all basis care about hip hop.
Yeah.
And they still listen to them stations.
Whereas like if you think about this, if right now, tomorrow, we took over 86.7 and we said it's going to be only Boston hip hop or only Massachusetts hip hop or even only New England hip hop.
Right.
How many people would actually
be tuning in?
Well,
first of all,
other than the people like us who care.
We should be on 61.7. That would make way more sense.
That would be insane. I don't think that's a thing.
No, it's
but
not.
we should make it a thing.
Yeah, even though I don't even think it goes as low as 86.
It does.
I mean, but we should make it a thing. Though. It's pretty cool, right?
You'd have to like change the entire.
You could go on AM and be like 617.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
6, 7, yeah, whatever.
It's not going to happen. So it's like I said, it's dying.
I think it's just the city we
shit.
live in. It's like we don't have that.
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. I mean,
and it's nothing against us. Like we can still like have the culture that we have. I think it's still thriving, but just not on the scale that would be in New York. And I think one of our downfalls is comparing ourselves to those things. Like there's a good rap scene in like Charlotte, North Carolina. Do you think that they're always like, oh, we gotta be like Atlanta?
Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah.
they have their shit. Like even like I'll give a Louisville as an example. They have a okay rap scene, but they're not trying to be anybody that they're not.
Yeah, like a great example is like Houston, like that rap scene. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, and they don't try to be anybody that they're not. And yeah, maybe their artists have to go to LA to get put on, or have to go to somewhere else to get put on to get to that big level. But like, you can't act like overnight Boston's gonna be like this hub of hip hop.
No, but I think it's because been a while out here, and I feel like it's gradually getting to a place but it takes time, and I think people are seeing that, and you can't be impatient with it because it takes a while to really establish an industry and a culture. It's gonna take
the people who are really like putting it on their back and getting themselves in those rooms, like Feed the Family. That's a perfect example. They're chopping it up with Griselda every day. They're putting on for our city, like getting in those rooms. Millie's getting in those rooms, like being the guy in those rooms where those people, like the influential people in hip hop are, and then being like, oh, that dude's from Boston. Like, just seeing those people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think definitely will.
I think that definitely helps, but that's still like other music makers. And what I see is too much of like other music makers being the fans. Like most of the shows that I go to around here with local hip hop acts, everybody that's there also makes music.
Yeah.
And those are
those shows, bro.
Those are
I do too.
bad fans. Like I love so many artists in Boston, but I never put them on.
Because they're not.
Because I'm busy with my shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a real fan. Like I support them, all that shit, but I'm not like gonna buy their shit. So what we have to do is figure out how to reach a critical mass of like fans and make all the fans think, hey, there's something going on here.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times at certain shows with certain artists from out here where people are actually consuming it, and it's not just a bunch of different artists doing it. Because that's one I almost refuse to go to shows sometimes locally, just because it's like, bro, it's just going to be the same guy who's going to walk from the crowd and go on stage and perform too. And I'm like, I don't want to see that all the time. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't do like a lot. Not that I don't do a lot of shows. Like I try to do enough, but it's like, I'll be honest. There's like, I'm me. I can't pack a room 5 times in a month. You know what I mean? Like I could do like 3 big shows, and then like I could do one like headliner and then bring a couple people. But it's like, people lie to themselves and do a bunch of shows, and then they wonder why it's only friends and family, and then like the like rappers who are on the card.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to be the homie for me to go, to be honest. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Because I tell people all the time, it's like, bro, think about it. You're asking people to take time out of their day, out of their Friday, Saturday night, spend their money. They got to drive. They got to find parking. Parking in Boston and Cambridge sucks. Or you got to pay an Uber. You got to buy drinks. If you got a bitch, forget about it. That's double the money. So like, and then
and
just
rap
to
shows
watch
aren't even that fun if you don't like hip hop. Like for example, like my cousin's a DJ. He's been doing Big Night Live. He's been turning up.
Yeah.
Doing like big shows. The Grand he does all the time. And he's getting in that like Boston house. Like he's actually being a part, like finally becoming like a piece of it. Mm-hmm. That's hitting our group chat up to be like, yo, I got VIP to the Grand. Let's go out tonight on a Saturday is different than being like me being like, yo, who wants to go to the Middle East?
Again.
And watch again.
I got 15 minutes.
I got 15 minutes, and we're gonna watch a couple people that I know you're not gonna like.
Bro, there was one show at Sonia's, and I was like, and shout out to the homies who ran it. I'm not even gonna call it.
Was it the one that I was in?
You might have been one, and then this bitch came up with a random guitar. Did you see that? Or then there was another dude talking about slitting his wrists, and I was it was you. You were there because I definitely saw your parents there. Yo, it was just like I was just like, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? Like,
that's the shit that makes it like, because all my friends turn around, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm like,
bro, you know what's awkward?
And then we leave. Like, I'm like, and then it's empty.
I don't blame you.
And then, but like me, I try to keep, because one thing about is like, I get it. Like, that's how I get my shows. Promoters don't give a fuck what you're singing. If you bring people and keep people there, that's how you get more shows. So I try my best to like keep people there.
Yeah.
But
it's tough, bro.
It's like when dudes up there doing some Tyler Creator shit, and I just rapped about being from the Jacks, and then Casso went up there and killed it. And then this dude comes up.
Bro, that show specifically was mad funny because I remember that you performed in a couple of... This dude went crazy. Dude, it was funny because there was like no one there, and this dude still crowd surfed. It was fucking awkward.
Oh, the Sue Surf show was wild. The dude, the MC was... I don't know if he was fucked up. he was hilarious.
Wasn't it
but he
Sleaze?
was talking about his armpits and
Yeah,
shit.
that was Sleaze, bro.
That's our point.
Yo, shout out Sleaze. Yo, that was Sleaze. He was so faded,
dude,
bro.
he was so funny though. Like it was talking about his. I remember because my friends are front row. I'm in the back trying to rap, like get my shit together, and my friends are tweaking off mushrooms.
Yeah.
Front center, watch this dude talk about his armpits.
Yeah.
And it was fucking hilarious because they all just like. Just dying laughing, dude. Like he got the crowd going. Dude.
He's a good host.
Sure.
No,
He's a good host.
that was a funny ass show. But like, yeah, bro, like after those shows, I experienced that. I said, all right, this is gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna go to a lot of these. I mean, shout out to no, but you know, like I like the Chamber because fans go see the Chamber.
You see, I did the Chamber.
You did do the Chamber.
Dude,
you were the
it
only
was-
white guy at the Chamber. I remember the Chamber.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I lost first round to Macy, which is very fair. He had a great round. He brought more people than I did. That was definitely
It helps.
went into that. But
Didn't help that you were
it was.
white.
I'm not
Sorry,
gonna say
go on.
it. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah.
I'm fucking with you too.
Dude, like,
I'm not gonna. I could
no,
say
at the end, no, because specifically
I wasn't
at the
there.
end, they even said like Joe the Thrill, it was close, right? So then they split the room, and then at that point, I'm like, what are they gonna vote for the white guy?
they're not.
Yeah.
Like yo, even I knew that. Like,
I'm
I was
biased
like,
as fuck,
bro.
bro.
In the middle of Roxbury, we're gonna vote for the white guy. Like,
You weren't. Like I was mad by it. It's like when Isha was there, I was like, oh, she's Dominican. Word. I know who I'm going for.
Exactly, and that's fair. Like I get that completely. That's what when he split the room, I was like, I looked at him, I'm like, what are we doing? Like yo, and then the four people I brought, two white broads and two white kids, they were on my side.
Yeah.
They're the only people. There's like probably like two other people on my side, and then the entire room's over there, and I'm like,
Damn.
You didn't look around at any other white people there, like, come on.
yo, you know who was on my? You know who went over to my side that looked bad? Chase Chowder.
Oh God. Oh, I know him. Yeah.
Great guy, but fucking,
Yeah.
he went over there, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, do I stand for this right now? No, but it's
That's
all
kind of
good.
funny.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was fucking hilarious. After I hit up, man, it was running, and I'm like, that was low. Sabotage.
my dude.
Nah, but shout out to them. That is the best show I've been to.
I know for real, recently the local stuff because there's actual fans there. Like
That-
I was
yes,
like, damn, even the
people
after
care.
party was lit.
Yeah.
People care. And then also one thing that I really appreciate is like, again, like I said, like I love this hip hop shit. And I really do stand for what it's supposed to be. I think it's really is supposed to be like, there's a couple fucking principles that like you got to uphold, and they are completely pushing forward the culture. If
Oh,
Boston hip hop had a culture, I think that is one of the forefront things.
Yeah.
Because of what like hip hop really is. It's a battle. It's like they're
And it's about the people, bro.
Yeah.
Let the people vote.
their thing is iron sharpens iron. That's another thing. Like I came on the first round, but iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? Like you got to go do those things. That's one thing I'm big into. Like I love doing those things, showing face, because this is a culture. Like I don't want to be like a kid that blows up and it's like that kid I never saw that kid. I want to be like, oh no, that was a little white boy that was like in the middle of Roxbury fucking rapping.
Yeah,
his heart out.
I told you earlier. I was like, dude, I remember when I was at this. I've seen you perform it 3 times randomly.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure, like at least.
And
three
I go
times.
like a lot. If none of my friends want to go, I don't care. I go dolo. Like, don't fucking touching me. You know what I mean? Like fucking
Nah, that brings too many cops.
yeah.
No, sorry.
No, I found the shows to be mostly safe. Even like some of the grimiest shits I've been at. Like,
Yeah.
people are chill.
Like
I did see a
one
guy
thing,
smack
like,
a woman at one show in Mattapan.
One-
That was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But he got taken care of.
I almost at one of my shows I did with my buddy's cousin is in a group with Exit Fame called Beer Gang.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know Exit Fame.
I was like favorite for them. I opened for that like whole shit, and my best friend, like I don't even know, like his uncle or something, they got problems with him, and we were about to jump that dude. It was I'm on stage, like all my lines that have to do with like physically assaulting somebody, I'm like fucking pointing at him. Like you fucking scumbag, dude. Yeah.
You got mad specific. You, Larry.
No, literally, he's standing at the bottom. And he's like, but he knows. Funny, he's not fucking tough. He knows my father. Fucking, he ain't touching me.
He knows my father.
Death.
Wait, he's deaf?
No, I'm saying
Oh, I thought you were about to fight a mute,
Nah,
mute,
it's
bro.
dead.
That'd be funny.
touches me, a fucking body. With my
Oh,
phone.
you said dead. Guys, you kid. No, but yo, so what is a song that you're embarrassed that you like? Is there a song
By me?
No, by anyone. Like one of the song comes on you. You
guilty
like
pleasure.
know the word like a guilty pleasure song, dude.
Oh, Love by Keisha Cole.
Oh, that's a good song though.
Yeah, but like
it's weird that
ever
you
see-
like.
Yeah, if I'm like, yo, funny, I was actually smoking and I got caught by that light near the CVS and the gas station right there where you take it right and then you go over the Quincy Bridge. I'm sitting right there. It's actually right next to Florian Hall, like that thing. I'm about to take the right, and I'm fucking full blast jamming this shit.
Yeah, I remember the song
Yeah,
because I remember
yeah.
her in that green outfit.
And yeah, she's bad as hell.
Yeah, bro, I remember this.
Different.
It's such a good song.
Such a good song. But I'm belting this, right? And my homies are in the lane right here, taking a video of me. They're screaming, Shea, Shea, Shea. I'm like, oh, shit.
You know what's funny? This wasn't going to be my answer, and it's not going to be my answer, but I have also been caught singing this song because it's such a good song.
Anybody sampled this shit yet? Probably, right?
Yeah, 100%.
My shit is
That run is crazy.
Yeah, that run is insane.
my shit is "Birds of a Feather" by Billie Eilish right now.
Birds of a feather,
That's like my
they
girls.
fly.
Stick together.
Everyone
I did
likes
her
that
tour.
song.
She's a cool ass girl. I did her tour, and her dad is the head carp for her tour.
The head what?
Her dad is the head carpenter.
Oh,
So like
Carpenters.
all the people like you get split into like audio, carps, lighting, all that bullshit. Her dad is the head carpenter. So like when we're
Really?
building the deck, you're working with a dad.
Now, was that like a nepotism, a reverse nepotism
I think
hire?
it's more of like he was a carpenter before, and then it's like
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm gonna
putting your
go.
dad to
I'm
work
gonna
like
go
this,
watch my daughter on tour and keep an eye on her. So I
Yeah.
might as well get a bag while I'm doing it.
I wonder if she likes that or if she's like, get the fuck out of here, Dad.
Yeah, probably. That's what I would be like. I
Brother's
work,
out there
I
too.
work with
right?
my father.
It's kind of
Sometimes I'm like, get the
I think
fuck
she
out.
likes her family.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, she does like her.
She works with her brother almost exclusively.
Right.
Yeah, for me, my
It's a compliment. You kind of look like her brother, I think.
Phineas.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
just a wee bit.
For me, my
Jimmy
song,
is-
it's not embarrassing that I like it, but the fact that when it comes on, I sing most of the lyrics is that song by Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like, I belt that shit. I go all in.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I go all in for it. Just
It's a
because,
classic.
Can't imagine that.
yo, bro, that's why it's fucking weird. They played the other night, and I came right after they played that shit. I was so upset.
Okay, pause.
Yeah,
I was supposed to say. You didn't really even clarify.
You know-
it really only sounded like he came.
You know
I
what's
was like,
funny?
where the
You know what's
fuck
funny?
did that come
You know what's
from?
funny? When I said it, I wasn't gonna correct nothing. I knew exactly what it sounded like. No, yo, it was because I was like, oh, they're about to do a pause for this one, but it's all right.
That is a guilty
No, I
pleasure.
got you always.
Yeah, but yo, I was, you know what?
Rewind.
I forgot because I was watching this movie. I forgot which movie it was, but they played that song and everyone kept singing it. They were like, "It's an awesome song. It's an amazing song." And then I kept listening to it after, and I was like, "Oh shit, this song is fucking dope." And then I just kept.
And then you
listening.
came.
Yeah, and I can't.
Yeah.
It was a journey, dude.
Damn. Love that shit. Huh?
Journey's fire. Journey's fire. I'm trying to think of another one. Like, I don't really know.
I mean, that was
I'm not really
that would
embarrassed
probably be
like any
second
music.
place for me. I guess that one would be good.
Any like scissor song, any like soft shit. I love R&B.
Alicia Keys too.
Chandelier.
Nothing Alicia Keys. I will never be embarrassed about like an Alicia.
Well, that was like one of my first crushes was Alicia Keys.
Alicia, if you had gave me like a top 3 when I was little, it was like J Lo,
Yeah.
Alicia Keys, and what's her name? Keke Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
love her.
No, but I was Ashanti was on my list for a while too.
Ooh,
Anyone who
Yeah.
any fine bitch who's on BET, bro.
who was the girl? Yo, who is the girl from Boys in the Hood?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. But
The short hair bit.
Nia Long?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Nia
long
Long.
back in the day.
Yeah, Nia Long is a bad.
That's why I found out when the email shit. I was like, he cheated on her.
Yeah, but yo,
That's
you
wild.
do cop. Even though yeah.
But
She's
like,
still-
nah, not now. Like, go look up.
That was
look
fucked
up.
up. Not now.
Look up short hair. Neil
Not
Long.
now.
Short hair Neil Long.
Well, from Friday, bro. Like in Friday, she was fire.
She was all right
Yeah.
then. I've never been a huge fan of her.
Yeah, damn.
And the girl from Martin too.
She's got a
Oh yeah, Tisha
She
Campbell.
was in that and Wife and Kids too, right?
Tisha Campbell.
Tisha Campbell. But what was the one she was in on Nickelodeon with the bald dude?
Oh,
With the
you're
Wayans
talking.
brother.
That's the Damien Wayans brother. That's My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
oh my
she
god!
she was cute with that shortcut.
shitting me?
Yeah, she was fire.
Yeah. She was a good woman in that movie too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Held it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
She held it down. She held it down. I'm not gonna lie, that crying scene with Cuba Gooding was just not it for me when he was crying. Swinging around, I was like, "Stop it!"
My favorite scene is when they go see the body.
Like win an Oscar.
I was like, "Don't get embarrassed. You're embarrassing, Ricky. He just died, bro. Don't make it worse."
Damn, that's his boy, dude.
No, I know, but it was just like, It was just so.
It was
bad.
90s overacting.
It was cringy as fuck. It was cringe. It was a cringe scene. It's fine. I love that movie, but that was cringy. I'm sorry.
Have you seen a movie from the early 90s and the late 2000s? It's all just crazy overacting. It's like Showgirls.
Yeah.
It's Paul Verhoeven stuff.
Yeah, but that one was god. I just remember that very distinctly. That's one of I like whenever I watch stuff, I get like you know what is it called, like secondhand embarrassment
Douche
or whatever.
chills.
Yeah.
I'm just like
It's called douche shows.
That was just TV back then, though. I didn't live through it, but like I don't know. I like to watch like a lot of older shit. Like yo, lately I've been rolling up, smoking, and watching like I Love Lucy and shit.
Really?
I love that
watched
shit.
that old
And Honeymooners, always like, I love that shit. I just love like the voice, like I don't know, like
Yeah.
like
Yo,
the
I miss
voice,
that.
the audio, like.
I missed that 70s show, bro. I'm gonna rewatch it, even though they got that dude who fucked up. Hyde, what the fuck, dude? But yeah, like,
Yeah, bro.
but like, I love
Mila
that
Kunis is
show,
another
bro.
one.
Oh no, bro, she's
Definitely had a
always
sexual
still
awakening with Mila.
right now. Mila Kunis, I don't
Her-
care how old she is. How old is Mila Kunis? Look this up for me.
Probably about my age.
She's
older.
She's married to
A
Ashton,
little bit.
She married him eventually.
which is hilarious. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right?
It is.
That's awesome.
No, she's in her 40s, bro.
She's probably a couple years
Ooh,
older.
no. You know, not Mila Kunis.
No, 'cause she
You,
was
the
like
girl from Saved by the Bell,
40.
Who?
Yeah, she's
Kelly?
40. Yeah.
Kelly Kapowski.
forget it.
Oh yeah. Kelly was.
That's my one. Put
That's
her
an
one.
all-time
Put her
great.
one.
That's not.
I gotta say her now that we mentioned her for real. to be
Mia?
honest- No, yeah, Mila Kunis. Yeah.
Oh, Mila. They said yeah.
Yes.
No, Mila Kunis.
No, see, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Kelly. Was
That picture right no with the pink background. Yep, I know it.
Oh, that one too. I remember that
She was
one.
a female.
Yep, hello.
That one with the blue background was crazy.
Yeah.
She kind of lost it though if you look at her newer photos. But like,
We ain't gotta. We ain't
gotta-
gotta.
She's not doing that bad. It's like 30 years.
no, that's not that bad actually. But yo,
Botox
yeah,
is a crazy.
Saved by
thing.
the Bell before school, bro.
No, you know it was before school. You wake up 5 a.m.
The
all
Steve Harvey
groggy,
show.
and George Lopez is fucking jumping on a trampoline. You
Oh,
got
that-
Dun, dun, dun,
You know,
dun.
dude. How old are you?
Me, I'm 21.
Oh,
I was born in 2003.
you're fucking lying, right?
Swear to God.
You're 21.
21. I turned 21 in February.
Okay, bro. Because you be talking about Saved by the Bell. I thought you're older. I'm 32, bro. So.
You gotta think reruns. Like you wake up early,
yeah.
you watch reruns of Nickelodeon.
No, bro. When I was growing up and going to school, it was about the Steve Harvey show.
Steve Harvey show was tough.
The principal from Steve Harvey show, bro. Look that one up.
My shit back in the day was Family Matters. Family Matters.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Family
the
Matters
best.
is good.
Yeah.
Urkel.
One of my old songs, I got like a whole like rhyme scheme about Family Matters. It's like
Yo, the younger her, bro. Oh, her. When she was
yes,
Yeah,
I was
dog.
yes.
she was so bad in that shit.
It's hot.
And then Cedric the Entertainer's girl in that, her ass was insane. Like I used to be obsessed with that.
You hear all the drama about like the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
Harvey was talking mad shit about Cedric the Entertainer and shit.
A little bit. I heard. What's his name?
I mean, Cat Williams. was
Cat
talking
Williams
about-
talking
Cat, no,
that shit,
Cat
yeah.
Williams was talking about it. Then Steve went on
Oh shit, Steve Harvey
with
talked
Shannon.
shit.
He went on with Shannon Sharp.
Steve Harvey went on post that.
Uncle, what's
I
his
read
name?
3,000.
Club Shea Shea.
Yeah,
Club
Club
Shay
Shay
Shay.
Yeah, he went on Club Shay Shay.
He went on that and he was talking about it, and he was just basically saying how hard it was. Like it wasn't that they were beefing; it was just that it was so hard to go after.
Weird.
What's his
Dude,
name?
his lineup was always on point though. Yo, you ever hear him
That's
talk
a
about
helmet. That's a helmet.
his barber used to get $1,000 a cut, bro, from everybody, every night. So his barber racked.
I hope one day like I can do that.
I don't think that's real hair.
It is. No, you think he detaches
How's he
it at
so
night?
bald now? And
You're
he
gonna
had
start
that
a
shit.
controversy that you can't run from.
Didn't Cat Williams
Bro,
say that shit?
I feel
That's
like he did. I
think
mean,
Cat
that's
Williams
gotta
claimed
be
that?
fake. Dude,
So
it's
anyway,
so
you
easy to
went
make to
bald
fake that.
pre-Family Feud.
That looks fake.
No, bro.
There's
I mean, you
no-
don't suddenly become fully bald after having that for so long. Like it's a process.
There's no.
I've been through it, bro.
It's
fucking.
literally like foam. That's like foam
Yeah.
right there, dude. Like
I think actually that
I think
more black guys than we know
yeah, because you can.
are wearing fake hair because it's way easier.
Yeah, you spray it.
Yeah.
this is like a guy on steroids.
Fake
saying,
cornrows and
that
shit.
guy's on steroids. I know. Like I know.
we Google if there's a whole conspiracy about this.
There is. Dude.
Like that's not natty.
I've seen videos of black dudes getting like their entire scalp replaced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they get
peel
their-
off
I've
the
seen
corner,
those
the braids and
videos.
shit.
And it looks real. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Is
man.
everybody tricking me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yo, I mean, but was he bald? Because I only remember him having this and then being completely bald.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's
He
what
always had the stash.
He always did have.
Wait,
the
wait,
stash.
let's go as far to say the stash is fake. How about that?
You think the
Stash looks
stash?
legit.
Whoa, bro, you're about to get canceled.
Nah,
Stash looks
ain't
legit.
fake. Stash ain't fake.
It would
I
be
feel
like hard to make. That.
Yo, you
Yo,
know,
he looks mad Dominican right there. yeah. Yo, that is the most Dominican Steve Harvey photo. Honestly, most of them are.
He does. He looks like the nice teacher.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, nice.
Yo,
Yeah,
pero
Mr.
tú
Harvey.
sabes, yo, hermano, por favor.
Yeah, he just like randomly uses Spanish.
Yo, what are you doing, Romeo?
He actually like doesn't even know Spanish, but he just like kind of uses Spanish words.
Such
No,
long
yo, a
hours of
Dominican
shit.
version of Steve Harvey. If you're watching the oldie show, you should watch that show if you haven't. But there's a white kid in it called Bullethead, and he was like the most ghetto kid there, and he was the white kid. And he was like kind of retarded. I'm not gonna lie, bro. But I'm just imagining, yo, Bullet, ¿qué estás haciendo, bro? Because there's Romeo too. He's actually Dominican, I think, actually, but he looks like Tupac. Yeah, Diddy was on there. Diddy was on Steve Harvey show for a second. He did an appearance.
Yikes.
Yo, this was how corny that show is a little bit though.
Imagine he was on the Cosby Show.
Oh God. Oh,
Probably was.
That would have been a double
the combo.
Ooh.
Yo,
I had a great night if you came.
Yeah.
Spanish fly.
there's a very cringy episode of Steve Harvey show
ideas.
where it's Snoop Dogg and Diddy on the show doing an appearance, and they're doing this whole East Coast West Coast beef thing, and Steve Harvey is the one who like mends the beef.
Oh yeah, 'cause this is like Principal Steve, right?
Power of the mustache.
Principal Steve.
He's like, "Come on, fellas, we can't be doing this."
It's all about him being like the stand-up.
He's the
principal
music
at the
teacher in it.
Like, yeah, Steve.
school. Oh yeah, he's the music teacher.
Yeah,
That's
he's the
what it
music
is.
teacher,
Not
bro.
the
And
principal
Cedric the
that he hates.
Entertainer is ironically the gym teacher.
That's random. I guess he wasn't that famous yet.
Some shit came out recently, right? That like that Diddy, there was proof about Diddy orchestrating the Tupac murder.
Yeah, that.
I mean, there's
that's
people on
always
podcasts. There's dudes on podcasts being like, "Yeah, Diddy told me that, like, I had to go do it, so I did it."
Yeah,
Wasn't there like there was like some tangible evidence?
The
of
last
some
thing that came out about that, I heard Mace was talking about how they left him in a hotel. And like after that whole Biggie shit, all Bad Boy left Mace in the hotel room he was at. And there were like 70 Bloods outside his door trying to find him.
I don't know, but sometimes I don't believe Mace when he talks. Sorry, Mace.
Yo, even Cam said it. Even Cam, like, yo, you see on I think it was Breakfast Club or something, like, they were like, what happened? Like, why were you and Mace, like, beefing? And he was like, because he just likes to say shit. And he gave an example. He was like, he invited us to this Funk Flex, like, car show. Told us to meet us on, like, 150th or something. They went there. He wasn't there. They like, oh, fuck, I'm bugging. I'm on 25th. Went to 25th. Wasn't there. So then they went to the party, and he was there, and he's like, yo. Like,
That's drug addict behavior.
get here.
You ever hear that phone call when Mace was being interviewed on like Hot 97, and then Jim Jones called in? He was like, you will get touched. You want to mess with a gangster?
Bro,
He was like, yo, I'm praying for you, brother. I'm praying for you.
Yeah,
It
I was
like,
at
mad funny.
I love how he's always just so chill. Like, I was at Gillette, and I was smoking in my car and just like listening to that shit, and he's just like, yo, Kim, why we gotta be like that, bro? And he just talked all the shit he did, and then he's like, bro, it ain't even like that. You know it ain't like that. Like,
Yo, wasn't he like a priest or something? He became like a pastor, right? Yeah, Mace became like a pastor, bro.
Murder? Murder Mace?
Yeah, Murder Mace.
Murder
was like
Mace?
a pastor dude. Yeah.
Murder Mace from
Yeah.
weird arc for him.
So, all right, what is the most useless superpower, bro, that you could think of?
Useless? Like, are we talking? So this is, I used to work at a summer camp, and this used to be a question that I would ask kids to like, whoever had the best answer could like go first at archery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we used to do like, say a useless superpower, like for example, like the ability to clip my toenails and they go in one direction instead of flying everywhere. Like shit
I mean,
like that.
that's
Are we
not a
talking
bad
like that? Or are we talking like a superpower that is a superhero has, and I think it's stupid?
How about give me both? I like that. I like that you.
There's a Marvel dude, I forget his name, where like one comic he's really like strong, he sends out like energy and shit, but then another one he sends out polka dots.
Okay, that's
Like you
fucking
can
dope.
fall
Polka
through
dot
polka
man?
dots. Yeah.
Polka
The
dot
guy
man.
he's from Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, polka dot man.
Yeah. This is one of my hyperfixations actually this week. I've been watching the lore on a lot of Marvel.
Oh
The
yeah.
YouTube
I watched
videos.
an hour and a half.
Like the
video on
Omega
the entire
power
history of
level
Batman.
videos and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Getting hyped up for Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
Robert Downey
that.
Jr. is playing him,
I
right?
saw that. I'm lit.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel.
I'm not even the biggest Marvel guy. It's just like last week it was WWE. I was watching history of WWE.
Yeah, you get into the holes.
Yeah, the holes. And then like it's just for a week I have something that I like.
The exact same thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about the Doctor Doom thing. Like, I'm glad Robert Downey Jr. is back, but it feels a little bit like they were like, man, we really shouldn't have killed Iron Man. How
Yeah.
can, because like nobody
we
cares
bring you
anymore.
back?
How can we get him back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like they're looking at it wrong and they're being like, it was Robert Downey Jr. that people liked, and it wasn't like they're forgetting that people just liked that those movies were good and like had real stakes. And,
Kind of was him though. Dude.
well, like it was, I guess, but like it's
Well,
also
it
like
became synonymous
they-
with each other.
they got actors that people like though, like for Fantastic Four and shit. They got Pedro Pascal and like these newer people that could replace that role, in my opinion. And it's like I feel like they could have not. I don't know. Like, are they really gonna do like a multiverse thing where Robert Downey Jr. is roommates with Doctor Doom?
That'd be
And
Did you just
he
ask if
becomes
Marvel's
Dr.
going to do
Doom?
a weird multiverse thing?
No, I
'Cause
mean,
I
yeah.
feel like you answered your
But yes,
every time. Yo, I was watching the like entire history of Batman, bro. There's like the first thing, Robin's like a random kid he saves, and then the second one, it's a random kid he saves, then Nightwing's his kid, and then like the third one, he fucks Catwoman, and they have a kid again,
Nice.
but then it turns into Robin. Like they just do whatever the fuck they want.
yeah.
Yo,
Even though that's not Marvel, that's fucking.
I mean, there was
DC,
there was a story where Tony Stark was roommates with Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
That'd be
yeah.
sick.
and he like. I actually didn't finish the YouTube video, so I don't really.
So we can't speak on it further. But
Yeah, but I know that did happen.
Yeah.
So there was a story where that was the thing.
We'll see how they pull it off, but I don't know.
you
I'm
ever
happy
watched
he's
The
back.
Mask?
The Mask,
The Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey
Yeah,
one.
Of course.
That was one of
Yeah.
like my
So
movies. As a kid.
yeah. That movie was amazing. I had to ask him because he's 21. So I was just like, yeah.
My caravan had the fucking whoop. So we had a
Oh,
yeah,
got you. No,
shop
bro.
it. And my dad's Lincoln Aviator, a Navigator, one of them.
Oh, you had the VHS and
yeah,
whatever. That's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
drug
That's
dealer
so I had.
True.
I had Blade. When I was little, I don't know why they let me watch that shit, but Blades of Glory was a childhood movie for me. The
Yeah.
skating movie.
Yeah,
Will
yeah,
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell,
I had
yeah.
that. I had the Grinch. Watched the Grinch. Fucking. It didn't matter if it was July.
Oh, really?
Watching the Grinch.
Oh, I
yeah.
can't do that. I can only watch
Watching
Christmas
the Grinch.
movies during
Grinch was
Christmas
lit.
time.
That and then that fucking movie.
The Mask.
Yeah.
Dude, Cameron Diaz in that movie, bro.
And then they have the child of the mask, where it's like the baby gets the
Yeah,
fucking
that movie.
Yeah. I seen that one, bro.
Have you seen the movie with John Travolta? Look Who's Talking.
Yeah.
That movie's fucking awesome.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I think that's like peak of filmography or whatever.
Really?
Like in terms of looks, like not like substance or like that time period. I think cameras have the perfect grit.
You mean the look of the film and the kid?
Yes, like I'm not talking like that movie fucking is not the epitome of film, but like you know what I mean.
But that
That
era,
time
whatever.
period. Yeah,
right
you
then.
can use it like Pulp Fiction, like shit like that. Like
Okay, now I remember the movie.
It's probably that one Kodak film.
dude. That shit. That was I watched that movie for the first time when like my mother was pregnant with my little sister, and she would do like talk for the baby, and I thought
Oh,
that was
nice.
the funniest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
That girl's bad too. She used to be bad. What was her name?
Kirstie Alley?
Yeah, that girl.
Yeah, she was pretty.
You're roasting all these old bitches.
Yeah, but used to be. They're not bad no more, dude. Are you kidding me?
No, but it's just funny. Yo, I know. Yeah, like
Yeah, I still have.
I mean, come on.
yeah.
Marry her?
I'm all
Maybe,
over that.
dude. I thought there was that whole rumor that he's gay though.
He
Yeah,
is
but
gay.
it might be, but
Johnny?
it doesn't stop him from having been married.
That is true. And he has kids and shit.
Look at our uncle.
Oh, I don't know your uncle, dude. Oh, yeah, I know
not
the
a-
story.
two kids.
I've told you. You told me the story. Yeah.
It's not a blood uncle, but we do have neither of them are blood uncles. We've had a few
He's like,
uncles.
whoa, I don't
that,
got no gay blood.
That's a
feel some
situation.
Not like there's anything wrong with that. Like the Seinfelds.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
not like
right.
there's anything wrong with that situation. But-
There's something wrong with betraying your family for 20 years.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
The lying.
that's where we draw the line.
Time.
Yeah,
The long sustained lying. That's not great.
yeah.
Dude, you know which older lady was holding it down? The mom from Gemma from Sons of Anarchy. The mom, the main.
Never
chick.
watched Sons of Anarchy.
What, dude? And
What?
well, you ever watch Married with Children? The wife from Married
the
with
chick
Children.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Peg. I was never a big Peg guy, dude.
You don't like getting pegged? No. So
Yeah, I always thought that they.
Don't like that either.
I always feel like they flaunted how hot she was, and she wasn't even like that hot.
It
She
was all about
wasn't.
Christina Applegate. That was one.
she wasn't hot, bro. But there was something about. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
hot- you look at a teacher who is not even that hot, but she's hot for.
Well,
a
it was
teacher.
like her energy, I think.
It's called the Oedipus complex.
Yeah, yeah.
Oedipus?
Yeah.
I think you mean-
Odysseus.
Isn't it
No,
Oedipus?
it's Oedipus.
Oedipus.
It's Oedipus
I know it's
complex.
O-E. It's spelled O-E, but
It's
you're
Oedipus.
right. It's Oedipus.
It's Oedipus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah. King Oedipus.
like-
That's a crazy little story. Over here fucking his mom. That shit was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, crazy
then
shit.
he, like,
That's
took his
Latin,
eyes
that's
out,
Latin
bro.
OB, baby. Let's go. We know shit.
You never rap in Latin?
Do I have a rap in line? No, but I did. Like, if you noticed, I dropped like a mythology bar in that one. I was like, walked in a Tartarus, thought it was hard, but it turned me up into a better Shea
Oh, okay.
in that one.
Nice. Dude, that song's dope. But I'm bummed that we didn't get to make it together. Like, I want to get in the studio
for
with you,
sure.
you know?
That'd be too white. You guys can't have that many powers
Well,
together.
again, like, I don't know. My process is to, like, I write it at home and then I come to the studio ready with it.
Yeah.
Which it still, like, could have made it too. But, and then the schedule last week with work, it just fucking sucked.
Yeah, it sucked because we were like rushing to get it done.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you got it done. I appreciated that. And then we didn't even do the show that week. So I was like, shit.
That's what I hate, like, Russian shit.
Yeah.
But I still think it came out cool.
No, it came out sick.
It came out sick. But
Yeah.
I do hate Russian shit because then I think that's when, like, I don't have my best bars. But
Yeah.
I think I wrote, you sent me, I had that beat a long time ago. So I wrote
Right.
the first verse
Yep.
like probably like a month ago, and then I gave it time. That's why I think the second verse sounds a little better because I gave it a little bit more time.
Okay.
But I think it still came out sick.
Well, sound off in the comments which verse you like better.
Yeah, let me know.
The world has gone
they all
crazy.
sucked.
The world has gone crazy since last time we were on. Biden dropped out.
Yeah, but that was planned, bro.
I agree. And then now they force Harris on us. I'm just like, I'm getting so MAGA, dude.
Dude, first-
How do you feel
I've been
about
fighting it
DJ
off,
lady?
but I'm like,
How you feel about RFK?
I think he's a little.
Yo,
too,
he can't. If his voice was cool, he would be better.
So
But
I think
he
he's
scares
the
people,
only
dude.
candidate that when you actually listen to him talk, he has a concise thought on what it is. So like
Yeah,
Biden
He's very clear on what he's saying.
was a complete retard.
Yeah.
Off the end,
Yeah.
and that's just
He was
a
just a
fact.
sick old man.
Yeah, and now putting Kamala in, I think it shows that how much puppeting is going on.
Well,
on
think
that
about
side.
it. I thought we were supposed to vote for our candidates, bro.
It's the
But then
third
I
election
do-
in a row they forced
I
a
do
candidate.
I do like how Trump speaks his mind, but then again, like he's the epitome of a politician. It's like I saw a comment today on Real Boston Media that was like, if you think that Trump actually cares about you, that's like thinking the stripper.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You know, he's a politician.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire. He knows how to talk around people to get them on his side. He's a businessman.
That's always been the weird thing.
He's also kind of funny.
But yeah, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
But
Yeah.
then you listen to RFK, right?
Yeah.
And he'll be like, no, like this is the downfall of our country. Our country used to be this. This is the downfall of our country, and this is what I'm gonna do.
it's just the downfall of our country.
I think that gets in the way of like because you can't.
Well, he has
listen
two.
to-
He had the machines two against him, so he's not.
Yes.
He doesn't have a chance.
He'll never. Like
He doesn't
CNN.
have a
Do you
chance.
see what they did to him?
Yeah.
CNN. They didn't let him come
Well,
on to the.
The debates.
Well,
debate.
he only got Secret Service after they try to shoot Trump. You know that, right?
That's another wild
Yeah, it was
thing. Like
crazy.
he was the first presidential candidate to not get Secret Service when he.
And he's a
requested
Kennedy.
for it. He's a Kennedy. That's why he probably doesn't need it.
Yeah. Wait, do you like him because he's
No,
he's a Kennedy?
I don't. I'm against.
These Bostonian people, dude. I swear.
No, I think a lot. Well, because it's easy.
Fucking with
Because
you.
I think a long time ago it was a thing to see. Like I think just like how it was to see like Obama in for a lot of African Americans.
Yeah.
When JFK came in, Irish Catholics specifically weren't what
Yeah.
they are now.
Yeah, they went.
It
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was kind of the same factor. It was awesome to see the first Irish Catholic
Yeah.
president, and then by uses of like becoming cops, firefighters, Irish Catholic people kind of
Right,
That is kind of true, yo. Because if there's a Dominican candidate, I'm sorry, I don't care what he stands for. I'm probably gonna vote.
running for it. Yeah, like
Like,
you shitting
straight
me?
up. I'm like, yo, that's my cousin. Like me and him share half siblings.
Yeah.
You know everything. You know.
Ortiz, like Ortiz
Yo, if
for
David
president,
Ortiz
yo.
ran, I'm voting. If he
Yeah.
ran for,
Please.
if he ran for mayor of
too.
Boston, I think he would win.
In a
agree.
landslide. In a landslide.
And I think that's another part I hate. Oh man.
Oh, you don't like Michelle Wu, dude?
No.
You don't want to woo it up?
But I also didn't like the latter version because I knew her and her family,
Okay.
and I don't like.
No, and then there's the other guy. You liked Walsh?
Marty Walsh.
So
Monty
I like-
Walsh kid, dude. He was a drunk dude. You ever hear stories?
Bro, my buddy lives right across the street from where like his house was on the corner,
Yeah.
right before you got to what's that little area right there?
I'm
you know what I'm
not-
talking about?
I'm not too sure, but I know where
like Pat's
I know where he
Pieces
lives.
and
I know
shit.
I know where he lived. That kind of.
Lower Mills.
Okay,
That's the
I know Lower
area.
Mills. Yeah, yeah.
He lives right. He
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
right there. So when you were coming, when you passed the McDonald's and started going to Fields Corner,
Yeah,
you
yep.
take that left along the cemetery.
Yep.
He lived over there. So he lived right across from my buddy's house, and you'd see him outside drinking, fucking smoking
Dude,
cigars.
he get lit every night.
yeah,
Every night. Shout out to Monty Walsh kid.
He also loved blow.
Yeah. I've
that
heard
is
about
that is definitely like that's a thing that like if you have like Saudi uncles and aunts are like, dude, that dude was a cokehead, full blown.
So he's got my vote, kid.
Watch me get killed after this. Yeah.
Yo, RFK is cool, but like there's too much weird shit with him. Like this new bear story that came out. So, do you see this shit?
But like, yo, like I will say, like a lot of the shit that comes out,
Yeah.
there is validity. But then, like, I just think people be making
What's the
shit
bear
up.
story?
No. He told the story. He told the story.
He also said,
What
that
is the
wearing-
bear
He
story?
dumped a bear in Central Park. That's what happened.
He dumped
a
one?
bear.
Yeah, he what he said was he was going falconing, so he was up early. It's also the whitest thing I've ever heard.
That's pretty wet.
I was going falconing.
Yeah, he's going falconing with his friends. So he's up early, he's driving.
With
He
his
saw
friends.
he saw a bear get hit. He pulls over and he's like, "Oh, this bear's in good shape. I want to skin it and eat it."
I mean, that's
And so he threw it in his
It's a
trunk.
manly thing to do.
That is kind of
throws
badass, but also
fucking
like
in my trunk.
like it's roadkill. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing, bro?
Yeah.
He throws it in his trunk, and then he goes about his day and goes to dinner, and then he was like,
goes
"Damn,
about his day.
it's too late. Like, I can't. Like, I got to catch a flight, so I don't have time to skin this bear." So he took it, and he was like, "There was at the time a lot of animals were getting hit by bikes in Central Park, so I thought I would throw it on the bike path in Central Park and make it look like it got hit by a bike."
So
And it was this whole news story at the time, like where did this bear come from and all this shit. And now it comes out that it was art. It's so weird.
it's
I just
weird,
think
but who
like
cares?
it's gonna sound like I'm making an argument for him and I'm completely gonna like vote for him or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'll be honest.
Same.
Like,
Yeah.
Like I do give a fuck, but I don't at the same time.
but
but-
what's the controversy about him just dumping a bear? Who cares?
It's
I'm
just
saying,
weird.
like-
Like,
It is
why
weird.
did he throw it in his trunk?
Dude, like
It is
think
weird.
about the like who they're up against.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
there's
not saying
controversies of others.
the
I think
others are
I would
any
rather
better.
that bear story over the time that Trump was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just grab it by the pussy." Like,
Right.
I'm gonna just grab it. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
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 The funny thing about Trump that I've always been confused by is like everybody talks so much about how like, you know, rich people are influencing all the politicians and like we got to get money out of politics. And Trump is just putting the rich guy in the seat.
Yeah.
So it's like not
Yeah.
even indirect anymore.
Did you see? They said, "Why did you pick this guy to be a VP or whatever the fuck?" And he's like, "He's a good guy. He's a family man. He's got a wife. He became a senator. I did back him. That definitely did help. But he became a senator. And that's what he literally said that out loud. And then he's like, he went to fucking Penn State or whatever the fuck. And he's like, graduated. I'm like." So he graduated college. That was what he did.
Right,
and then
right,
he
right.
became a senator.
Well,
Well,
that-
to go back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I just think I don't know. My biggest this is the last thing I say about politics is that I think the downfall of our country and politics is that everyone makes everything so black and white. You can't be like
Yeah,
we're grown ass
teams.
men. We have our own ideas on every ideology. So to put yourself under an umbrella of ideologies, saying you're Republican or
It's a religion now,
Democrat,
bro.
it's everything's so black and white. You can't like for example, right? Me saying I'm a conservative Republican. If I said that, I'm not. But if I said those two words, puts me in an umbrella of an ideology. So it says like
I know how you feel.
So if
about
I say it, it's like okay, in those two words, that means you're anti-abortion and you're also pro-gun. Those two things have nothing
Well,
to do
also,
with each
yeah.
other.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you like when you go to vote on like state laws, those things are you can vote individually on them. That
Yeah,
makes you an
yeah,
independent. Everyone's not thinking for themselves. Everyone's thinking. Everyone's making so black and white, and I think that that's on purpose. The people who are controlling our country want us to be divided so that they can control. It's easier to control.
Yeah, it's
two-
way easier.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's
Well, it's
easier
also
to
there.
control.
It is a problem where you look at someone like you said. Oh, if you say you're that party, and then you'd be like, oh, people instantly be like, oh, so you're racist. And I've seen people be like,
Yeah.
oh, you have an American flag, you must be racist. And you're like,
Bro,
what?
Yo, when I used to do TikTok like heavy, I used to go like the summer camp I used to work at. There's a thing at the end where like all the counselors kind of draft the kids. We have a draft and then we do like an Olympics, right?
Okay.
But they're at 3 sessions, they're different themes. So the first theme is always American. It's a war. It will be a war. So this one was the American Revolution. So one side was 13 colonies, one side was Britain. So I have the one that Ross, what's her name? Nancy Ross? She made like
yeah,
the original flag, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it's a circle and it
with
has
the
the
colonies,
13.
the
Yeah, the
13
colonies
stars,
flag. I have that in my room. It's so I put my phone out to do a remix. Whole thing's like, you got a Confederate flag. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you guys know fucking nothing. Like, you guys didn't even look like you were just worried. Like, he got a
Yeah.
flag. I'm like,
It's
What
just
the
a bunch
fuck?
of trigger words and fucking and emotional appeal bullshit.
Whereas the internet's a little different of a space because everyone's looking for something to say. You know what I mean? Especially TikTok. Someone was that's probably like just a troll like that was pointing something that I was doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think it kind of shows how our world is working, where everything's so black and white. You can't be, you know what I mean? You can't have an ideology on some things. I think so many of our problems in this country are perfectly like in the middle. One side's not wrong. One side's the other side isn't wrong. There's things that are right on both sides, but you have to step back from the problem.
Oh, he sounds like Trump. There's good people on both sides.
Yeah. This is why I do want to get into politics, but fucking both sides. You got to step back from the problem and think like an independent. You have to think like yourself.
It's tough, bro. As you know, if you're trying to run, right, because you're trying to get votes, so you have to play to that base, and that's where we're at now.
But that's why I don't like Trump and I don't like whoever running for the Democrat. They're just trying to get the votes to get in the office, and then they'll do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Yeah.
Let's pivot a little bit, and since you brought up Black and White, so what did you think of the Eminem album?
I don't listen to Eminem.
You don't listen to Eminem? Ooh.
I used to listen to Eminem. He was Eminem. That album that Relapse?
Yeah.
One. That was the first album. Like, Not Afraid was the first song I ever memorized. Rap
Oh,
song.
nice.
That's crazy because I fucking can't stand that album.
So it was just, that was like, I don't know. My dad, we used to live, so funny story, like my dad, we had some legal issues for a while, and we had to move to Braintree. You know what I mean?
That's
So
pretty bad.
we were like hiding out in Braintree, and I remember like I was sleeping on a cot in the living room. Then my brother would sleep on the couch, and we go upstairs because we didn't really have a room. We had the living room, so we go upstairs in my dad's room and like hang out and shit. And he had all these CDs. He had like Big L, he had 50, he had like all this shit. That's where I kind of like learned my hip hop from early, like my dad. And he also put me on a lot of reggae. He's a huge reggae head. But I remember just playing that shit. Like I'd play Not Afraid, run it back. Play Not Afraid, run it back until I had like the whole thing and I could just like spit it.
Yeah. I did that with Eminem songs. That Till I Collapse, I did that a lot because that song is
Till I collect. That was some shit I played before, like basketball games. And shit.
No, I thought the album's actually pretty good. That song you got with J.I.D. is fire.
It's cool.
Oh, they had a song with J.I.D.
Yeah, that's
I can
crazy.
see that collab. Like that.
No,
should
like
happen.
if you like this Eminem album, to me was just much better than the body of music he's put out in a while.
So that's what I feel like. I'll listen to it. I'll definitely give it a try.
The J.I.D. song's crazy. You gotta listen to it.
But I felt like he didn't do like Jay-Z. What Jay-Z did with his career was perfect. He like took a hiatus, and then once he was like that one album that he made when he was older. What was that album called? The one that
He came out with a few, bro. He had Kingdom Come. He had that 444.
the one with the video looks like
The-
blackface Mickey Mouse.
Oh, you're talking
It's all
about
black and white.
Yeah, that one with Kanye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That whole album, like
That's the 444.
How he's coming on that is completely different than old Jay. It's like coming at it from like I'm an adult now and I'm using this as a
He
perspective.
did that with Magna Carta, Holy Grail too, and all that.
Yeah.
that whole era, that whole but
For
he
sure.
had his second half was really good to me. Like,
Yeah.
he came out with that album with Kanye, the Watch the Throne. He had Magna Carta, Holy Grail. He had 444, and then when
444. That's the album.
yeah. Then Jay comes out. When he comes out with a verse, everyone's listening to it now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, then when there's people who didn't let go enough, like for example, my favorite rapper of all time is Nas, but he should have peeled back a little bit.
Yeah.
Then came back. And
There's a
gave
lot of
people-
discography that gets lost.
Yeah, bro, and that happened with Eminem a little bit too, because he has
Did.
so much to say all the time that I'm like, bro, I can't. It doesn't resonate with me.
I
you
think
know?
that his worst move that he made, even though it did go viral and it's a good song, was to do. I feel like that song he did with Juice was rushed, and kind of just he wanted to implement himself back in the hip hop scene. So he was like, "Who's hot? I'll make a song with Juice." But did he drop it after he died?
I don't know.
The song he did with Juice. I'm pretty sure it was before he died, but that's neither here nor there. But I feel like he was just trying to implement himself in a game where he already was kind of running the shit. Like he already Eminem.
Yeah, but it's hard to top that original Eminem.
Not
though.
even
It's
top.
almost
That's what I'm
impossible.
saying. Like Jay-Z wasn't out there trying to top anything.
No, he couldn't.
He was
He knew
making.
it.
He was making music from the perspective of the man that he is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that-
he's not the old Jay-Z. Whereas Eminem comes on and sonically, it sounds like he's still trying to be like the same kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also it's like you kind of lose touch when you're like one of the highest selling artists of all time in almost any genre.
J.
and
Cole
shit.
says it, he's like, he said in the Sunset song, whatever the fuck, he's like, I've been getting so rich, my perspective is ignorant.
Yeah.
Like, you're so disconnected from that life now that like that's what you have to make music about. You know what I mean? Jay-Z, he used it. He used that. He said, "I'm the man I am now." So he uses that perspective to rap on those albums.
But also, yeah, but he came. The thing about Jay-Z too, though, is that he started. Like people don't realize this. He was old when he started. It really popped off. He was older, and he was already making money off drugs.
You look
like a lot of.
You look at that 97. What was it? 97 freestyle or is it 7-minute freestyle? He did. That's the first radio station freestyle he went on.
Yeah.
Big L brought him on.
Yeah. That was the 97
He's
freestyle.
like, Big L's like, yo, I'm with my man's Jay-Z. He's about to kill this shit. And then he fucking he that's when he's got the old Jay-Z flow. He's like the skibidi ba da 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 but it been ba like that shit. And he was like probably like no more than 20.
Yeah. But then when he really took off,
But yeah, when
it
he
was
really-
late 20s.
yeah.
It was late 20s. Like
You think-
he was older than like 20. I think he was like 26 and shit.
That's one of the funniest things I think about the state of hip hop now is that you see all these dudes who are like 40 blowing up.
Yeah.
Like, and I think no one's really spoken on it, but I really do think it's because like we're at a point in hip hop where like I was saying earlier, like what hip hop really is and the true essence of hip hop is behind us. You know what I mean? So for me, right, someone who like grew up listening to 50, Big L, Nas, like those old people, when you like for me, I keep it light. You know what I mean? Like in my rap, so you can see me do real rap.
You should have said I keep it white.
Else. That one, but. Fucking like I don't know, I keep it light so it's not that big of a deal, but when you want to hear that like grime real rap shit, you can't see it coming from someone that looks like me or like someone young. It looks weird because it's like, for example, the shit that Benny the Butcher talks about, like that real like coke shit or like being from the streets, you have to go through that to actually for it to be real. Like
Also,
you can't be like 20 and talk about being on the block and doing all these drills and shit like that.
Yeah.
What, you've been doing drills since you were fucking like
The fan base has gotten older too.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like hip hop's a little older now too, so like there's still hip hop fans that they still resonate and relate to that guy who's older making music. Like 2 Chainz is old as fuck. He's still blowing up.
Obviously, it's different, but I would akin it to kind of like I did the Metallica show this at Gillette this week, and it was like, yeah, you have new people who love that old rock, right? But most of them are people who live through that shit.
Yeah.
So when you're gonna have like a real, like say like fucking what's his name? Fucking who's on Term? Like if Term, if he has a show, it's all gonna be all real rap dudes, old dudes who bring that real '90s hip hop shit.
Right.
The majority of the people that go to that show are gonna be over the age of 30,
35,
and that's
34.
nothing against it, but that's what that shit is now.
Yeah,
you
it's
still have kids like me who appreciate it.
Yeah.
And love it. Like I love this shit. I don't just appreciate it. Like I love hip hop and what it is as a culture.
Right.
But there's not a lot of kids like me. I like.
Yeah, it's a new thing in hip hop because it's a newer genre, but you know, it happened with other genres too. Like rock used to be just for the kids.
That's what, yeah.
But now you go to like when the Foo Fighters played here recently, it's like everyone's like fucking walking with crutches.
I also think it's like
crazy.
cultural acceptance. It's like
Yeah.
and specifically like I think it sucks, but when like white culture kind of accepts something, that's when it fucking takes off. Because before, hip hop was ostracized in a lot of areas, and it was just for like small groups in areas, you know what I mean, neighborhoods. Like it came out of New York, and it wasn't like anywhere. Like when it started, right? It wasn't like white kids in fucking California were bumping hip hop. But once like they heard NWA, and then once that's when it started to become commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's why I think like
Well, yeah,
now-
because and honestly, it's just numbers too. It's like there's way more of y'all.
and then that's also what comes commercial, and then it becomes kind of like pop. That's why now we have, I think, hip hop. That's why I say there's rap and there's hip hop. Like KRS-One said that there's MCs and there's rappers. MCs do it for the culture. Rappers
yeah,
do
there's
it
a
for the
difference.
monetary gain.
There's a recording artist, bro, and like a vocalist, and then there's like a rapper, like a writer, someone who writes, somebody who's like actually into it. Like that's why I don't find anything against people who like, oh, I heard he got a ghostwriter. I'm like, yeah, but I don't look to him for that. Like I don't look to that guy to bar somebody up, and I'm gonna be like, yo, I give him credit to be one of the best writers, got the best pen, all of that. I don't care about that with that person. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then I look at if I heard Lil Wayne has got a ghostwriter, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is that about?
But I think that your argument right there goes perfectly into like, I'll give an example, the downfall of freestyles.
Yeah.
Of like radio freestyles. So like people a lot of the times they'll ask me
great.
because a lot of my shit, like a lot of the videos that kind of like put people onto me are those like CWTFB freestyles that I do, or the one I did on Franchise Report, and like a lot of the freestyles that I just do, they fucking, that's the ones that like blow up. Franchise Report I did on that, fucking all the other whatevers. But I think that people ask me like, yo, are those real freestyles? I'm like, no. And if you think your favorite rapper does real freestyles when they go on these things,
He's a fool.
you're tweaking, because no one cares enough anymore. I'll say like the dude who goes up there and freestyles and actually does a freestyle for 5 minutes,
Well, you want to know
the gain he gets from someone being like, oh, that was a real freestyle, that was good, does not outweigh if you do a 5-minute written off the top
that's barring it up.
and it bars up.
You know who's actually a good ass freestyler in recent times was Juice WRLD. You ever seen his freestyles, bro?
Yeah.
Like he actually goes
Yes.
off in
That's-
his freestyles.
But that's like one person I use as an example that like
It's an
in
outlier.
that situation-
It's an outlier.
It's a complete outlier.
It's a complete. There's a white dude. Damn, our producer's not here right now. But there's a white guy named. You ever heard of Harry Mack?
I love him.
Yeah, Harry Mack, bro. He goes on Omegle and shit, and he'd be like, "Yo, give me 3 words, and I'll freestyle," and it actually sounds good. And he did it in front of Kendrick. Kendrick was throwing him words, and he would come up, and it sounds like
Joey
a legit
Badass
song.
he did in front of him too.
Yeah, he did it in front of Joey Badass, and it's actually fucking impressive. He calls himself the best freestyler in the world. That's very niche, though, and I know what you're saying, because dog, it's super difficult to do that, and it sound good. That's why. Like even battle rap changed that way too. It's like, no, bro, I'm preparing for months, bro. This is WWE, dog. This is we're staging this. I'm doing movements. I got props and shit. Yo, you ever watch Grind Time? If you like battle rap, look up old Grind Time videos, bro. This like, yo,
Those are the ones that in like the libraries and shit.
yeah, bro, it'd be in
I've seen
random
a couple-
places,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And some of the URL rappers came. Well, when Smack DVD kind of was not popping up and they weren't doing content, URL came out of nowhere and was like, oh no, we're back to doing this freestyle shit. Grind Time was like the freestyle battle spot. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of those big freestyle battlers, like Conceited was on fucking Grind Time, bro.
Yeah.
There's a Conceited battle where he absolutely destroys this dude named T-Top, and everyone knows all of the fucking lyrics that
All the
Conceited
dudes that
was
went
rapping.
on Wild 'N Out, I think, kind
Yeah.
of they cut their like rap in the what's
Charlie
it?
Clips?
like Hitman Holla.
Yeah.
He made mad bread, and he's a good at like if you look at his like he went bar for bar. With
Charlie
some
Clips
shit.
too.
Charlie Clips, okay. I don't even. So Charlie Clips is so good at actually battle rap that I don't think he tarnished his.
No, he's just
even
nasty,
when they use him, like for example, they use Conceited and Hitman as pretty boys who can rap. Like they can rap good, but then mostly it's like they're pretty boys. Conceited is actually kind of funny when he does it, but Charlie Clip that they throw Charlie to rap and Wild 'N Out when they need like actual bars to keep like the bar side of the TV show
you
alive.
should have seen like peak Conceited battle rap was insane. Like
Oh, yeah,
there was a
definitely.
time where everyone was like, yo, he might be the best one.
Really?
Like, yeah, bro. Conceited was nasty. Like he was one of the ones where if you rapped it, like you had to be good to rap to go against Conceited. Like at a certain point, bro.
My favorite's Tay Rock.
Tay Rock is nasty.
Tay Rock is my favorite. Like he don't even like his bars are good, but it's the delivery. Like he looks like he's about to hit you. Like
Yeah. I like Sue Surf battle raps too.
I also love the Baltimore accent.
Yeah. I like who's the dude from St. Louis, bro? Can't remember his name.
Dude, I know Hitman from St. Louis.
No, there's another dude from St. Louis, but yeah, I can't remember.
Who's the dude from Boston? He always got the Boston.
Fuck.
He don't really do them anymore, but I forget his name.
Something chill, something
Chilla Jones.
Chilla Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chilla Jones. But
shout out him.
shout out to Chilla Jones, even though he gets wrecked a couple times.
Boston shit. I'm always every time I see him, I root for him though.
I don't really like freestyles anymore. Like
Yeah.
actual freestyles.
No, I think that
I just like
No, but they're never really actual freestyles. That was
I prefer the written ones. Like I'd rather see you perform something unbelievable
Give me
than
something
like
dope.
actually go off the top. It's always just like a hokey parlor trick.
So I always think like economics, like opportunity cost. It's like where you put in your time and where you're gonna get the most out of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you are not gonna get if I went on random fucking radio station and just started freestyling, like it's not gonna sound as good if I went out there and
No.
was like, I know I'm gonna kill.
Like if you go to Funk Flex and you actually try to just freestyle, you're like, dog, come on.
Sound
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It'll be cool, but like it won't be.
No, like the Charlie Clips one was insane, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the best performances ever on Flex. But I know the writtens. And the thing is, even when you have some writtens, he probably did freestyle a little bit here and there. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
still think it's a bit like you still need to do like a 5 Fingers of Death. You need to have like 10 verses in your head.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Because
crazy.
like I know a lot of the times like when I do them, I pick the beat, right? But I know if I'm doing 5 fingers of death, I hope I'm not picking the beat. You know what I mean? I hope I'm not picking all 5. So you have to just be able to like, even though the way I know like the way I write, I can rap on a lot of different BPM beats and I can just use it for that beat. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people work that way. But you still need to have like 10 off the top.
Right.
Ready. Like that's still a lot. If you're gonna do like a 5 fingers of death.
It's sort of. I think it's more impressive to me than like the actual like the Harry Mack type shit.
Yeah.
The Harry Mack is like pretty exceptional.
I think it shows more like
that's a next level shit though.
Yeah.
The Harry Mack shit.
Yeah,
He's
thing.
on a
But
category.
the
by himself.
downfall of him, like I went to his Spotify.
Yeah.
His biggest 2 albums are compilations of his freestyles from
No,
YouTube.
but that's the thing. It's a
can't
very
make a
niche.
song.
That's why I said it's very niche.
Yeah.
It's like, and not in an insulting way, but it is a circus act. Like,
Yes.
it's very rare for an individual to be able to do that. So that's his talent. His talent isn't necessarily making the music. Like, I think that's a fall of some battle rappers. It's like when I listen to their music and they're trying to battle rap punchline their way through a song, I'm like, nigga, this is trash.
I think it's a little racist though that Harry Mack's blown up and Black Swan has been doing it for 20 years and he's not.
Well, Black Swan's not that good.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. That's the point. No, but shout out to I literally seen him like out here a couple weeks ago too.
You ain't go to Fenway when you were little and bought a fucking mixtape because he asked you 6 times. You're not from the city, and I'm
Out of
stamping
my
that now.
face, dude.
Stamping that now.
Yeah. Bro, yeah. He was in the studio before. Shout out to Swan.
Swan,
Swan gang.
Swan.
I'm not for the game.
No, but I'm not gonna lie though. Like, yo, I be walking to Fenway with like a couple of girls, and then he's like spitting out about how they go to BLA, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I can't even do that. Like, fuck, dude, you got me there. Shit.
Yeah, bro. No, but that thing is like, I'm using this talent for this. It's kind of, that's why I kind of separate hip hop and rap music in different categories, because there's that guy who's gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
There's the battle rappers, but that battle rapper isn't gonna be fucking Drake. You know
Like,
what I mean?
like
Or
my
Kendrick or
my
whatever.
cousin who DJs, he does house music. He freestyles better than me.
Yeah.
I'll say that right now.
But he can't make better music than you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't care. Like, he can freestyle and say like nothing but a lot for 7 minutes straight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he can do that. He can do like the flow thing.
Yeah.
And I can do it too. But because I'm a writer, I think too much about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, but because I respect the culture so much, I understand how that's a viable part of the culture, like freestyling.
Yeah.
So I'll throw in a beat it's like I'm shooting shots in the gym. Like I'll throw a couple beats on when I'm driving home from work and try to rap for 7 minutes.
Well, yeah, and to me that could be a version of writing too. Like you're
Exactly.
like you're kind of like reciting it and be like, oh shit, that was actually fire.
It makes it easier when you're in the studio with someone and you have to make a song on the spot.
Yeah.
For sure. That's what I was saying to him earlier. I'm like, I'm a writer, and usually like my process is I'll take the beat home, and when I'm in the mood, I'll write the song, because I don't know if I'm not in the mood.
You got to listen to Keisha Cole Love real
Yes.
a few times. And
Yes, I have to
Cry.
do that. I got love.
What's the movie, bro, that it's like it makes you cry when you've watched it before?
Click?
Click makes you cry, dude.
You've never seen the?
I've seen Click.
the Adam
before.
Sandler movie?
Yeah.
You know
But
the
it
scene,
didn't make me cry.
the scene where like he's far in the future. Yeah,
I did finish the movie,
No,
dude.
yo,
It was
when
a
I
great
said-
scene, but I didn't cry.
When I tell you, like, not just I was crying.
There's something wrong with you. Like, you can't be ridiculing him for
no,
crying.
but like I
You'd
never
be like,
heard
Click?
that.
No.
Fucking Click? One of the saddest
Yo,
endings for a
But I
comedy.
never heard
You know the part. You know the part where he's like, his father comes in.
When he fast forwards too much,
Yeah.
everything gets fucked.
No,
It's
no,
It was super
No,
sad.
specifically, is he's forward, right, and he's watching himself in his office, his CEO office.
Yeah.
And there's been this magic trick that his father's always did, and he was always intrigued by. But now he's a prick and a CEO, and so he's watching himself right there, and he watches his father, all old, come in. He's like, "Do you want to go to dinner with us tonight? Like, you haven't been spending time with the family, basically. Like, we just really love you and we want to see you." No, doesn't even look at him. And he's like, "Hey, I'll show you the coin trick." Basically, he bites his coin in half, and it's like a fake coin.
Yeah, I remember.
And then he goes, he like throws his shit, and he's like, "I knew the fucking coin trick. I've always known the fucking coin trick." Ba ba ba.
Yeah,
And then he watches his father walk away and start tearing up. That didn't get me
movie's-
crying. That got 6 of my homies and I crying. That didn't just get me crying. So I am validated in my tears. I know that for a fact.
Listen, I wasn't shaming you for crying at Click, but I was like, damn, I watched that and that made me super sad, but I didn't cry.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
What movies have you cried at?
Selena.
Of course, dude. So of course, Mr. fucking Dominican.
First of all, she's Mexican.
The fucking podcast.
because I was in love with J-Lo. I was in love with J-Lo, and as a kid, I watched J-Lo die. So it was traumatizing. All right? Oh, and fucking, what's that? Oh, it's the typical with Owen Wilson when the dog dies.
Molly and Me?
Molly and Me. Marley
You're a
and Me.
soft guy.
Yeah.
Molly and Me is the go-to, like...
It was,
movie.
but the thing is, when I rewatch it, I don't. It was the first time.
Yeah.
But Selena gets me every time.
I feel like Molly and Me is the go-to answer for that.
Any dog
I
died.
know, because even I didn't cry during that movie. That movie went into my head when you asked me that question.
Yeah. Same, but like I was like, no, but Selena, that was the first movie I cried to, and I rewatch and still cry.
Yeah, no, I think I cried to that movie, and I don't think I've really cried to any other movie.
I cry at like happy shit now.
I cry
in
at like
movies.
90% of the movies that I watch. Like if anything happens in a movie, happy or sad.
It's like Disney movie shit that gets me now. Like
after you had
heartwarming
the
parts,
kids, bro?
I start welling up. I'm like, this is great.
Do you have kids?
Oh yeah, I got 3 kids.
Okay,
too.
that's probably what does it.
Yeah, I
Like
think
my
it was-
father's
yeah.
the hottest dude on the planet.
Yeah.
I think he went to what's the movie where they were all the emotions
Oh, Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Yeah.
He cried like a little bit.
Yeah, I think I teared up
Yeah.
at that one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the young, because then you see like, I don't know, I get it. Like I get it this much. Like I have a nephew, and like I see like some shit with like kids or something like in a growing up or like coming of age.
Yeah.
Like that shit would just be like, that's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah,
I love
dude.
that shit.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Doesn't make you cry. It makes you tear up a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I get like, get overwhelmed
Emotional.
with
You get that
emotion.
little like,
Yeah, see, there's that that's different though, right?
Yeah.
Like that when you said you cried, I got that really emotional, like, but I didn't cry at it. But then there are movies where there is something heart where I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm close, but I'm not gonna do it.
that's what I'll say this. I'll put this on record, and I probably shouldn't. The Notebook.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sad though.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good embarrassing movie to cry. Like,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a good one, bro.
I got
That means that you watched The Notebook.
I watched with my ex-girlfriend.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you know.
I'm
also
sitting
did
there,
that
right? I'm
too.
sitting there all silent. She looks up, and I'm like,
I've also done it. I've also done it, bro. I did the same thing with my
she's
ex,
like,
bro.
are you fucking crying? I'm like, fucking shut up.
Yeah, right. You hoping they don't look and shit.
Oh, fucking
Like
crying.
trying to wipe their tears without knowing.
Fucking crying. You fucking crying.
Nah, Shea, we gotta get out of here, man. This has been
sure.
super fun though.
It was real.
If you're watching this live, Cornucova drops tomorrow. The video drops. Song is out now, right?
Song is out now.
Yeah.
Kornikova. It's a weird spelling. Look up Anna Kornikova. You'll get the spelling.
Yeah, you get some good images too.
yeah,
She was a
yeah.
phenom.
Batty. Batty. You'll get why I named it after.
Yeah, yeah.
Video drops tomorrow not on my YouTube, on Ripe Tangerine.
Shout out to those guys
So
doing their
they're doing
thing.
great work.
Yeah.
Helped me out a lot, so
Yep. And I can't wait to see it, man.
for sure.
But thank you for coming. Thank you for making the song with me. That shit's fire. We're gonna hear it one more time right now. And we'll see you guys next week.
Send us out.
Yeah. You know what it is. You know it's Shea, man. Back at it again. Shout Dallas. Boston shit, 617. Yeah. Boston Celtics way I'm shitting on these Dallas beats. We 50 deep, we roll some Zob, then just pass the weed. Just made some heat, I played it, homie, almost crashed the V. Your talk is cheap, your tapes trash, and mine's a masterpiece. I be working hard for what I got, you never taking mines. First to 5, my heart in every bar where y'all got basic lines. B&E, we was 15, but always first to slide. It's never fair ones, I'm hurting you if you hurting mine. Yeah, that's how it goes where I came from. Boston boy, Beantown, you never changed none. And when I'm on, they won't regret it when they changed up. How you cap it, still rapping about the same stuff, it's confusing me. Thought it not succeed and be abusing me. And I only dab you up if you cool with me. All you other rappers, y'all some fool to me. Never sell my soul, I'm staying true to me. Rappers get packed up, now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up, getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one, but you was the homies, it's never a fair one. Now they all loving and care, but I remember back when they couldn't stand up. Rappers get packed up, now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up, getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one, but you was the homies, it's never a fair one. Now they all loving and care, but I remember back when they couldn't stand up. But you was the homies, it's never a fair one. Yeah, you getting like 5 boosts, lately been pushing up on On the full flex, but it's about to be white coast. Bad bitch, 5'2", so blessed, I chew. Tryna buy mama a crib, and my sister whatever she want, know I got you. Feeling like pocking that one record, cause I'm constantly praying for better days. All these losers who never did nothing in life, they got a better way. Walked in the charter and started was hard, but it made me up into a better shape. Better whips, longer stays, whole family living comfortably. Living good, that's the goal. Bad habits, yeah, they next to go. Started noticing all of my hard work, now they saying that I'm next to blow. If they wanna, let them go. Said they ballin', better check the score. Smoking a spliff in the stool and another one, cause I think I'll rap better stoned. About to get turned to the function. Pretty women, couple bottles too. I call on my bikes, they coming. Call your friends, hope they coming too. Turning this nothing to something. Couple shots to the 40 proof. Till the morning, no discussion. Hands in the air like they throw the roof. Raps get packed up. Now I'm focused and I'm getting my racks up. Getting my stats up. Opportunities that I couldn't pass up. Yeah, you felt like and one. But she was the homies, never a fair one.